Live from the Toad Hop Network studios
in Hollywood, this is the ToadHopNetwork.com.
A place of our own without a lot of parents peering down our backs.
Radio worth watching. And here we go.
Hello, Schmoeville. That's right. Huge show here in Schmoeville tonight. We are, beyond excited for a myriad, and I say it, myriad of reasons. It's me, Christian Harloff.
It's a cornucopia.
That might be like the biggest word, the most
ever.
like thesaurously.
I've been thinking of it for weeks.
Magical
Spell
word
myriad right now. Go.
MYRAID.
IAD.
And it looks like you were looking on the computer to see how to spell it.
George McCann, you failed me. No.
Christian will never win the Scripps Howard Spelling Bee, but he is the co-host of the Schmoes Know podcast. Along with me, I am Mark Ellis, and Christian, I am feeling bad, and it's never been so good.
I like that. It was very good, and that's why you're the clever one on the show. We, guys, besides just being excited because our co-host Tiffany Smith and Mark Ellis are all together, the band is here.
Yay!
I cannot wait to tell everybody what's going on today. Not only...
You look like you're about to arm wrestle.
I'm ready to arm wrestle. But first of all, you guys know, in just about 3 or 4 minutes here.
Tick tock.
One of our favorite shows, one of everyone's favorite shows that's going on TV right now, Breaking Bad. It's in its final season, and we have Walt Jr. here.
Walter Jr., ladies and gentlemen, also known as Flynn. RJ Mitte, the actor, is going to be on the podcast. He'll be joining us in a matter of minutes, and then we have a lot of other fun surprises after him. But we get to interview maybe the only good human being on Breaking Bad.
And we'll talk to him about this, if it's true. And the thing is, look, it's funny, too, when you see him, you're like, he started out, he was like 16 or something, he did the show, and you're like, well, it's been a while. The kid's older now. He's a young-looking kid, but you can tell this kid, and I'm going to talk to him about this. I heard this kid scores a lot of tail, and we're going to talk to him about that.
You've seen Smitten.
Of course,
you should have seen Smith shake his hand. It was a sight to behold.
Because you're so fresh. You're
like
22.
Yeah.
Oh, you would cougar hunt. You would do it. You would do it. You would do it.
But I will say that I binged on 5 seasons of Breaking Bad in 2 weekends.
So you know him really well right now.
do.
All right, so we're going to talk to RJ Mitte very soon. And then 8:30 to around 9:30, we posted a Q&A video on our channel, and you guys can literally ask us anything you want. A lot of movie stuff, a lot of personal stuff, a lot of shit that's on there, and still do it now. Go to youtube.com/schmoesknow. Tiffany Smith will be the moderator from that hour.
Yeah, we're going to try to keep it PG rated, which means it's going to get to our territory. Let's just not have any NC-17. We're not going to show you full frontal.
But why is that? Why is it so special from that? And then, yes, of course, then it's the return of the celebrity impression dating game, and Bonnie Somerville.
God.
Yes, Bonnie Somerville, the very beautiful actress, friend of Schmoeville, is going to be the bachelorette today. But Mark, why is this so special from 8:30 until 10?
Well, Christian, I'm glad you brought that up. There's webcams in the studio always, so we have to look our best, right? There's going to be some other cameras in here as well. There's going to be network television cameras. They're filming the Schmoes for an upcoming TV thing that we can't talk too much about, but they're going to be lurking around in the background.
8:30 to 10, so if
probably
you see it,
bumping into Makuga while he's tweeting behind me.
He's going to be twerking in the background.
Oh
It's going to be disturbing.
Stop.
All right.
Nobody needs to twerk. Just don't even do it. He turned around and put his butt to the camera.
Don't tempt him. Ken, the pit boss knapsack, just make sure that doesn't happen.
You don't want to get us kicked off television before it even happens.
No, I don't want Schmoeville yelling at us. So what do we say we bring in our guest and talk some Breaking Bad? Johnny, you want to give a little intro stuff here? Oh, I love it.
Oh, that sounds good. Segment brought to you by comicbookmovie.com. Comicbookmovie.com. Most of their fans approve of us.
That's Josh the intern. That's not RJ Mitte. What the hell is this bullshit? Oh, wait. Josh the intern walks in. That's not RJ Mitte.
Josh, I mean, we're happy to see you, JTI.
Wait a minute.
Where's the man of the hour?
There he
is. He's just like sauntering in.
Ladies and gentlemen, to the Schmoes Know Movies podcast right there, RJ. RJ Mitte, a.k.a. Walter Jr., a.k.a. Flynn. Very happy. Give him some cans. We got some cans for the man? All right, great. RJ, thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to Schmoeville, my friend.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Oh, how cool is it having
this
this
is
kid in the
so
studio?
cool, man. It's so weird looking at you and not wondering where your dad and mom are right now. You know, like there's no crystal meth around. There's no car wash incidents happening. It's just the real dude.
That's what you think. All right, so RJ, we're going to ask you. We have you for half an hour. We want to get into Breaking Bad. We want to talk about everything, kind of how you got the role, what it's been like, the process, but there's something I wanted to talk to you about. I read something. I'm excited.
What happened?
No, I'm not bringing that up yet.
I thought you went right to the girls.
That's the end. That's the end.
I told you it was going to get awkward. Really.
I know. Awkward
I just
and fun.
walked in.
I know. You gotta let him relax.
Kristen's been doing meth all day.
I
in
have.
Inspiration of you being here tonight.
It's true. All my teeth are falling out right now.
I see
All right.
that.
Thank you. Okay, so I read something in Entertainment Weekly I thought was pretty fascinating. They were talking about episodes that hadn't been that they cut out that they were going to do, and one of the episodes was the fact that Walter Jr. was going to come home with the black guy and come back to his dad and say, I was bullied at school, and then Walter White goes to the locker of this bully and plants something to get the kid in trouble.
But then
we find out that it was actually Walter Jr. who was the bully, and they cut that storyline. Huh. Did you read this? Did you know this?
I did not know this.
Oh, wow.
I had no
Look
idea.
at this. Look at that.
That's
breaking
crazy.
news.
Yeah, that's wild.
That's crazy. And
I
the
can
reason
see it.
the reason we read was
I can't tell. He's such a great actor.
Yeah,
I can't tell if he actually knows this storyline and that they filmed it and they cut it out. He's just,
No.
I
They didn't
can't
film it.
talk
What they
about
said,
it.
they said the reason they didn't do it, and this is what I want to get into with you, was because Walter Jr. is the only really redeemable good character on this show. Now, how do you feel about it? Because you get that all the time. Why do you feel that Walter Jr. has been so pure throughout this whole show?
Well, that was an awesome storyline, though. I'm kind of a little sad it got cut out, but I think Walt Jr. deep down is a decent kid. You'll see bits of his father come out in him, but so much has happened. So much has come to light especially in these final episodes.
Yeah.
If no one's caught up, I might ruin some things. But
Tiffany's Tiffany,
I'm like, I want to put earmuffs on, but I can't.
Just don't hug anybody. Everyone will start crying, man.
No, I think it's very important to have at least one redeemable soul.
Yeah.
And there's so many people that have slowly turned into bad guys.
Yeah.
If you look right now, if everyone's caught up, you have Anna pretty much making hits out against Jesse. You have Betsy talking about untraceable poisons. You have Brian that... Yeah, he's a good guy. No.
nothing wrong with your dad there at all.
Nothing wrong with my dad whatsoever.
He bought you a car. Come on, he can't be a bad guy.
Awesome
that's a point, though, RJ. So now, why isn't it? Because does Walter Jr. ever see anything, especially now? Does he see it at all? How crooked this mother has been?
No.
Thanks for curbing your language.
Thanks for curbing the language. Wow.
I didn't even have to tell you to stop.
I did. I stopped.
I felt it.
Right.
I felt the...
You knew what I was saying.
Oh, yeah. I think he will. I think the more it comes out, the more everything is coming together. There is only 3 episodes left. And what's weird is people are coming to me and go, oh, so when y'all start filming again? I'm like, we're done.
Wow.
I was like, we already wrapped the ending. They look at me and there's just this sadness in their eyes. But I think everything that's come to light and everything that's playing, I think it's very important that he stayed innocent. He stayed a good guy, and that not knowing this about his father for so long kept him like that. And he probably leaned him more towards keeping him innocent because all this was going on. I mean, how would you feel if everyone's lying to you? He knows people are lying to him.
Why are you looking at me when you're asking that question?
Do you know something about that?
Yeah.
It's because you're across the table. That's your first problem, right?
And because he's a crooked son of a bitch. That's why.
He was looking at me like I'm the only redeemable member of this podcast.
Nah, he's crooked.
You know it's me.
Yeah. What? RJ, I wanted to ask you something just about a more general. How did you get into acting, and then you land this role? And it's a show called Breaking Bad. It's a pilot, and I remember when I first heard about Breaking Bad, it's got the guy from Malcolm in the Middle in it, and he's making crystal meth, but he's a chemistry teacher. And I'm like, oh, that's going to be wacky. There's going to be some laughs to be had in this zany show.
Even in the first episode when he's running around in his underwear, you're like, oh, this could be fun.
Yeah, but take us back to when you first heard the term Breaking Bad and what that meant for you and your wife.
My wife.
Yeah, you and your wife.
I heard wife.
We'll get into how many of those you have too.
Just a couple. It's all good. I started when I was 13. I moved to Los Angeles. I came out here for my little sister. I had no admiration whatsoever to being an actor.
Wow. At 13?
At 13.
Okay.
It was the farthest thing from my mind. I wanted to be in the military. I wanted to be on a fishing boat. My grandfather was a Marine. I wanted to be just like him pretty much. And it was weird. I came out here for my little sister. My little sister got a Luso Ball campaign. And she was an infant at the time, and she had bright red, like curly hair. You know, in the industry,
like the Gerber baby.
Oh right. Just like that. She was. Someone found, like, said at a water park. We were at a water park, and they're like, "Oh, we have something for her," and we were like, "Okay, sure."
Right.
Like, what else are we going to do?
Yeah, just put her in a FedEx box, strip her up to Hollywood.
And now your sister hates you.
And now she looks at me and says, you owe me, pretty much.
Yeah,
I can
sure.
see it. I can definitely tell. Every time she looks at me, she's like, I own your career.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I want some money to go shopping.
I'm responsible for the good one.
Pretty much.
Right. And so you're out in Hollywood, and you're kind of, are you just going to random auditions? Are you doing commercials? What are you doing?
If you move to Los Angeles and you don't go to school, you don't join a gang, and you don't act, there's really not much to do.
True.
I tried the gang thing.
That's actually on the poster of Los Angeles when you come in too. It says that.
It should be. It's all in graffiti.
Yeah,
check the fine print.
So all right, so take us to the actual Breaking Bad process. Then.
I auditioned like every good actor in the industry.
Just the pilot you hear about.
We got the pilot. We were waiting to see if it got picked up. I auditioned 5 times.
Wow.
4 in Los Angeles and 1 in New Mexico. And I auditioned one day, flew out the morning of the next day. This is like 7 in the morning. And I walked in, I did my audition, I met Brian and Anna. Everyone was already cast.
Oh, you were the last one cast?
Yeah, I was
no
the very
pressure
last
there.
one cast. Yeah. It was more of a... So we have 2 people. It's between these 2 people. Let's give them a knife and see who wins.
That's the worst.
And for that show, I wouldn't be surprised.
No,
yeah.
But,
did you meet the other guy that was up for it?
I did not. Well, actually, I think I did. He was coming into the lobby as I was going to my room, I think.
Oh, wow.
Did you give him a little nudge in the hallway? Like, have fun in the tiger pit.
Yeah. I gave him the wink and the gun, you know?
He was
you are your father's son.
But, no, I walked up to my room. I went to bed. I was exhausted. I went to bed. I got a call about an hour later. They said, go back to Los Angeles, pack up, and come back. We got to start filming in like a week.
Oh, that's so cool.
And it was amazing.
And you were, what, 16 at the time?
No, I was 14.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Oh, so you went from 13 coming out here. And that's a story, man. That's pretty awesome.
I started acting when I was 13. And
and got the job at 14.
Later,
Good for you. And you're, what, 21 now?
I'm 21 now,
That's right.
It's been 7 years.
Okay, wow. So how about that?
Yeah,
that is a story. All right, so we're here with RJ Mitte from Breaking Bad, and my God, is this exciting to talk to you, man? It's
honestly, like Christmas for the 2 of us.
Awesome.
For us, and then
you too.
Tiffany's done what a lot of people do, and you probably get this all the time, RJ, that people come up to you, they're like, I wasn't a fan initially, and then I watched, like they go on a meth binge of TV, they're like, I watched every episode in a week.
Everyone says, look, I'm guilty to the first season.
It wasn't that I wasn't a fan. It was like, I do this thing, if everybody else is watching it, I'm going to wait. I'm like, I don't want to jump on the bandwagon late. And so then they were like, he's coming on, you have to watch. And so I started watching, and it was just like, I couldn't stop.
Yeah, a lot of holy shit
So
tweets.
you're just saying you just started watching, like, within, what?
It was probably like because you were supposed to come on a couple weeks ago, so she had like 2 or 3 weeks she's been watching. She knocked them all out.
5 seasons in 4 days.
It took for me to come on the show for you to watch. I feel so honored.
You should. But it's funny because
thank you.
Our fans
Thank you.
It's funny too because we hadn't watched it either, RJ, and our fans have said you got to watch Breaking Bad, and we blew through it as well too. And it's like it's one of my favorite shows of all time now. It's just because the writing is so great.
It's brilliant. It really is.
And that's the thing is you like especially for someone who's just started, at 13 gets a job at 14, you're going to be spoiled, man.
Dude, I'm already spoiled. I get scripts and I'm like, what's this? I'm like, oh, this is good, but where's the meat? Where's like something to read?
Yeah. So we're having fun on the show. How does the show end?
Horribly
is good. Well, and the thing that's what I think. Here's a question now. You don't know if this is going to. You don't have to answer it, I guess, if it happens. But
and actually, we don't want to know.
No, so just ignore this question if it does. So, but my question would be if.
You can't say that. If he ignores it, then we'll know.
Answer how you want.
Blink twice.
I will answer how I want.
Answer just how you want. Okay, so my question is, if Walter Jr. found out what his father was all about, how would he react?
If Walt Jr. found out, it would all vary depending on who told him.
Great answer.
Who would tell him about his father will definitely define how he reacts.
He may not believe it. Yeah.
No. I don't know. With everything going on, it's pretty plausible over gambling.
Right. Well, I love it. Even in that story when he lied about the when he was in the kitchen and he was lying about, and your story was better than the story he came up with.
Yeah, it really was.
So
and
helped
Tiffany,
him out.
you were wondering about the when does he actually know what's going to happen? Like when does the actor know what's going to happen to the character?
Yeah, I mean, for you working on this show where it's like everyone wants to know the secrets, how early do you find out, and how hard is it to keep your mouth shut?
It's fairly easy to keep your mouth shut when they're this good. When you have scripts and you work with the people that you get to work with and you get to see this unfold in your eyes, it's unbelievable. It really was truly amazing being able to work with these people and to watch everything unfold the way it unfolded because it was brilliant and still brilliant.
And hearing you say that, there's something you said in there too, because Walt, at this point, from what we've seen, Walter Jr. has not seen that side of his father yet. And you had never really done a scene with him, seeing him on that side. When you're watching it for the first time and you see the progression of Walter White, how do you, as RJ Mitte, react to that?
Oh, it's crazy. I'm cheering them on.
Even now?
Yeah, I don't know. It's still a gray area because I still kind of have love and admiration,
Right.
He kind of still your dad for 7 years,
Yeah.
So I'll stick by Brian's character for a little bit. We'll see what happens with the finale.
Right.
Dude, I would have to be sequestered like jury duty in a room like this. A secret that nobody else in the world can know. It's like
I love it.
Well, wait, and now
I hate how much fun you're having
I
with
feel
this.
like it's now he's 21, no drunk tweeting and saying what happened.
The best thing is I'm really good at drunk tweeting without drunk tweeting.
So McCookie, you take some lessons. Yeah. Speaking of drunks and speaking of being 21.
Schmoes No brought to you by Magic Hat Alcohol.
I hear something about you, kid. I hear something.
Speaking of
I hear
Twitter.
you're a lady killer. Is this true?
I have my moments.
I love it.
I like that he doesn't even deny it.
I know. No, she's 21 years old. He's got the Christopher Reeve, Brandon Routh thing going on too.
That's what I hate about it. Is like he's so cool at 21. Like that's the thing is the gentleman never tells about their exploits. Now me, I'll run in and tell you guys if I held a girl's hand.
So you went to Vegas for your 21st birthday, and that's obviously crazy. Give me a crazy story from Vegas. You know you had one. Don't lie.
Crazy story from Vegas.
We had one.
See, this is the thing. My Vegas trip. Yes, it was
there
fun.
with the brothers. The crazy brothers were there.
Danny, one of them was. Lewis couldn't make it.
Okay.
He missed his flight. A little bit too much, He
started the party early.
But Danny showed up, and Danny is awesome, and we all had a great time, and I had some friends.
No one's going to not let you in a club with that guy.
Dude, no. I had a bouncer the whole night. I just had to point at someone, and they got thrown off the roof.
You're like, I want to talk to that girl. Get rid of the guy.
I didn't have to worry
Shows
about
him the shoes.
pointing to the girl to talk to her. She pretty much came up to me. Not to sound a little.
I love this.
No, but that's what's going on. It's an exciting time in your life right now, and I guess it's to the point now where as soon as you're out on the street, people kind of see you and they know instantly. And I don't want to get too personal here, but when people see you, are they shocked that you're not walking around with the crutches like your character does?
This is the thing: is no one ever really recognizes me until like it clicks.
Wow.
Like.
Are they just staring at like?
It's that awkward stare of how do I know you? Where are you from? And sometimes I forget that. Oh yeah, I'm on this show, and I go back and I'm like, I don't know. I spent some time in Portland. I'm from Louisiana, and I realize, and I'll walk away, and I won't think about it, and then I'll be like, oh. Breaking Bad, that's who I am. And I'll turn back around and say, yo, you watched the show? And they look at me like
I don't know what you're talking about.
The sideways stares of, oh, you're the kid, and I'm like, a little bit.
I love it.
Oh, your sister played Lucille Ball as an infant. That's where I know.
That's exactly where it was.
Schmoes wants me to ask a question. There's no way he's answering this, but can RJ Mitte tell us about the last shot that we see of him in Breaking Bad?
Oh man,
my opinion. You're obviously not going to answer this.
I don't want to know.
I don't think Walter Jr. is making it out of the show.
We're the wrong guys to be asking this question because we're such fans of the show that we don't want it ruined.
I think we're talking to a dead man, to be honest.
Dude,
really?
I could very well be 6 Feet Under.
Yeah.
You never know. You have to watch and find out.
I hope this show.
Episodes left.
Yes.
I mean, really, you can't. You waited like almost a year.
Well, Tiffany's waited 2.5 weeks, but everybody else.
We've also waited.
It's the best way to do it, though. I didn't have to wait for anything.
Well, RJ, we waited a few weeks to do this because again, you're supposed to come on a couple weeks ago, and we're happy to have you now.
It's not like he was late. We had a scheduling thing.
We had a scheduling thing. No. We're glad.
I was in the middle of my 21st birthday, so
dude, there's no absolutely
in Vegas having people thrown off roofs. He's like, I got to do a podcast. No, bouncer, get another one.
Well, I'm in the middle of something. This is too much fun.
What was her name?
Stop it!
No.
Oh man.
Okay, so we're sponsored by a t-shirt company called Ripped Apparel. Yeah. They do a like a combination of pop culture stuff. They're huge Breaking Bad fans over there, and so what we did, we made sure that we talked to them, and we have 4 shirts for you.
Oh, awesome.
And we wanted to, if you happen to run into both Vince, Brian, and Aaron, these are for them as well. But you get to pick first which ones you like. This is one of them.
He gets to choose which one.
He gets to choose.
So they make like T-shirts that are
awesome.
like
mashups
this is for you.
and stuff.
Right.
I think there's 2 or 3 of those, and then there's this one, which is really. Do you watch Game of Thrones? Yeah. Okay, so Game of Thrones meets Breaking Bad.
I got this one, RJ. We could wear it and be like brothers.
Oh, that's insane.
Yeah.
Isn't that awesome?
You want that one?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Sorry,
I got it. So, you have, and you know what? There's 2 of these, so you can choose who you want to give that to. You can give that to Brian, you can give that to Aaron, and then Vince as well. So there you go. So thank you for that to sponsor Ripped Apparel. What's this? This is one more. Okay, one more. So enjoy. I think that one's mine, but I don't care. Give it to somebody else. No, it's fine.
I know someone that will love that.
Okay, great. So
I think they'll recognize you quicker if you're wearing that shirt in Vegas.
Or they totally won't, because when someone's like, Brian went to Comic-Con and wore his own mask and no one knew.
That's right, yeah.
I think the mask helps.
Yeah. Well,
RJ, can you give us anything like, so what's as far as what you're working on next? Or you have a couple offers or anything? What's in the pipes?
I have an audition tomorrow. I have an audition this weekend. I have an audition on Monday.
Wow.
I've had 2 auditions before that. I've been going 90-0. I talk on diversity in the arts and media and talking about turning your disability into ability. So I've been at a couple of colleges talking about that, which we had an insane turnout. It was like 600 and something people, and like the whole hallway was filled. They turned like apparently a lot of people got turned away at the door. It was just insane.
Do you get nervous doing the public speaking in front of a large group of people, or is that just a natural for you?
I hate it. I hate public
you're like,
speaking.
can someone write the script for me?
Yeah, right, it's true. He looks at his own speech and goes, "What is this?
What am I talking about?" I usually start by saying, we're talking about something really, really boring, and usually they laugh, so that always helps.
Those kids got to go crazy for you, though, right? When you get announced on stage,
it's wild.
Yeah.
It really is.
All right, I have one more question before we do. We also do a thing here called Wild Man TV, and I'll explain that in a second. But I want to ask you one question that'll kind of lead into what we're going to do here. Who do you think would win in a fight? You have Hank.
Okay, they're all just in a pit. Yeah. They're all in the abandoned pool in the back of the White residence.
Hank or Mike?
Hank or Mike? Oh, Mike.
Yeah, Mike. Really?
If
they had to scrap.
They had to scrap.
Real life,
weapons,
real life
no
and
weapons.
characters. Real life and characters.
Real life and characters. Oh, wow.
Who do I hang out with more in real life?
Who would not come flatten my tire? I don't know. It depends. How much do they have to drink? Like, what's going on?
Just a straight up brawl. They're both they can train for like 2 months, and then they have to just fight bare knuckles in a cage.
Oh,
I would pay top dollar.
I would pay money. I would pay money for that.
That sounds like a Vegas trip we can all take together.
Yeah, let's do it. We'll just bring a bunch of ones.
Who would fight dirty? Who would fight dirty?
Who would fight dirty? I think they both would. I think that's a fight that neither one will probably walk away from in both aspects of Breaking Bad and real life. I think at the end of it would be that where they punch each other in the head and they knock each other out.
Like Rocky 2 scene. They're just falling down over. Don't worry, you got enough T-shirts to give them to both.
He's into Rocky 2. Yeah. Come on, you're not Italian if you say that. All right, so Johnny, now what we do here, we do a Wild Man TV. Now, so you met Josh at the Saturn Awards.
Yes.
Now, what he does our television segment, and he's going to do a rapid fire. He's going to do a rapid fire questions to you. So he'll explain it to you just like very.
All right.
He's been in the basement drinking coffee for the last 9 hours.
Is that on? I don't know if that mic's on. Is that mic on?
Is this mic on?
Yeah, it's on.
It's on.
I got it. We're good. All right. So I'm just gonna it's basically one word answers for the most part. We're gonna try and get through as many as we can in 2 minutes.
Let's do it.
All right. Ken, you got on the board to 2 minutes on the clock.
And shoot.
All right. When you go to someone's front door, do you knock or do you ring the doorbell?
You knock.
Of course you do. If you ever took over the family business, what color would your meth be?
Dude, it's classic blue.
Okay. Is Lewis real?
Yeah, which one?
Your best friend in the show.
No, I'm saying which one.
What do you mean, which one?
I don't know.
There's
I don't know. How many times have you seen Lewis?
Yeah.
We've never seen him.
A bunch of Lewises are called Louis.
Louis.
Louis. All right.
Come on. Get shit together, Rocky 3.
It is Rocky 3.
Come on.
You're going to be out of time.
Your nickname Flynn, was that inspired by Errol Flynn or Laura Flynn Boyle?
Errol Flynn.
Okay. KFC original recipe or Los Pollos Hermanos extra crispy?
Dude, Los Pollos Hermanos.
When someone sees you on the street and says, "Hey, Walt Jr.," do you say, "You're goddamn right"?
I just point and wink.
Do you, RJ Mitte, drive with both feet?
No. Well, sometimes, no. It depends if there's a clutch.
A lot of celebrities get free swag to promote brands. Do drug dealers offer you free meth to promote their brand?
Depends on the night.
Walt hides money and ricin all over the house. Where does Walt Jr. hide the Playboys?
Yeah, under the mattress.
Obviously.
Classic.
Has Aunt Marie ever gotten Walt Jr. a purple? Has Aunt Marie ever not gotten Walt Jr. a purple Christmas gift?
Dude, no.
A lot of child actors are known to get hooked on drugs. Would your drug of choice be meth?
No.
What would you choose?
I don't know.
The sky's the limit, my friend. The sky's the limit.
And the nominees are.
Hey, by the way, he's going to be a politician after this.
Yeah. How many hearts have you broken in Albuquerque?
Several.
When someone says to you, "Have a great day," RJ, do you respond with, "No, have an A1 day"?
I have the last couple of days. I have been saying have one day.
How many free car washes do you get in Albuquerque?
You know, I've gotten 2.
Really?
Yeah, and actually one of them was in Los Angeles.
Oh, that's so cool.
Thank
All
you,
right. I got one. Who takes care of the baby?
Yeah, she's fine in the nursery, you know?
Yeah.
She's good. She's very self-reliant.
This was from Johnny and Kenny, and also from Twitter. What's your favorite breakfast? Pancake, eggs, bacon.
Dude, eggs. Well, actually, no, bacon.
I told you don't ask any bacon.
I like it.
Dude, I love eggs over easy, but when it gets down to it, dude, bacon. Come on.
All right, I got one more thing for you here. Both Makuga, Riley, and then we'll have one other person here. We do this thing on the show that we're going to do at 9:30 half an hour called the Celebrity Impression Dating Game, where we pick a name out of the hat and we do a celebrity, whether it be bad or good. What we wanted to do was 3 of us were going to do a Walter White impression. They'll probably all be terrible. You are going to choose out of the 3, 1, 2, 3, who you thought was the best. And obviously, you are someone that we would take to high value.
Right.
He's the source. He's the oracle. Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna.
Now, does he have to close his eyes?
I would like him to turn away from my mic because we'll use my mic.
Okay. Yeah. So RJ, if you can aim that way, so you don't see who's doing the impression.
I'll just keep my eyes
keep your eyes closed.
He's the only honest character on the show, so you figure he's not going to cheat and open his eyes.
I've got my eyes on him.
Contestant number 1.
Skyler, I am the one who knocks.
All right.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Contestant number 2.
I would suggest that you tread lightly.
All right.
Contestant
2 for 2.
number 3.
And why do you think that is important? Do you think that I am the one who doesn't knock? I am the one who knocks, Junior.
All right. A little
that
long-winded,
Batman?
that last one, but pretty good. 3 pretty good ones. Okay, so RJ, after hearing
you can
those
open your eyes
3.
now.
Number 1, 2, or 3.
You know, I heard Batman on 3.
Yeah, me too. I heard Batman on 3 also.
Okay, so it's down to the
Batman on 3
first
also.
2. Is it number 1 or door number 2?
I gotta say 2.
Mark Riley was officially deemed Walter White by RJ Mitte.
You know what,
sir?
Christian, you're playing it cool. I know you're going to go home and punch a wall.
No. When he said, right after I said my last word, I said, it came out too bail. And he goes, and he said Batman.
You did a soliloquy.
I went too far.
You know?
Because everyone else was quoting. I wanted to do more, and it fucking should have just...
407 years ago today.
Jesse, you chunky idiot.
All right. RJ Mitte, at RJ Mitte. RJ, you are awesome, man. You really are cool. So happy for you.
Thank you for having me.
Please please come back. We would love to have you back.
Good luck on the auditions tomorrow. Book one of them, and then come back and tell us what you booked, and the other two tell us about how awful those shows are going to be.
Knowing my luck, they'll be telling me, get out. Why are you here?
Yeah, right. Knowing your luck, you'll book all 3.
Okay, look, I'll tell you this. If you don't get any of those auditions, I'll put on my Breaking Bad shirt, and we'll go to Vegas together. How's that sound? Right?
I'm right there. You're buying the drinks, right?
Yes,
true. The first round, yes. And then we'll see how that bank account does.
All right, Schmoeville. We are just so happy to have RJ Mitte in studio. You can follow him at RJ Mitte. Watch Breaking Bad. It's on Sunday nights at 9 o'clock on AMC, and it is the final season. So if you are not watching and have not watched it, do yourself a favor and watch
into that Tiffany Smith overdrive. RJ Mitte, on behalf of everybody here at the Schmoes No Movies podcast, thank you so much for coming by, my friend.
Thank you for having me.
All right, guys, and we'll see you in just 2 minutes where we will be doing the Q&A session and the news, the whole crew. Schmoes No podcast, back in a second. All right. Let's take a picture. Riley, can you believe Riley did this?
Is this Anna Karenina?
Listen to the. It's from Legends of the Fall. It's a great piece of music. What are we doing here? Are we slow dancing with each other?
No, it's the best movie ever.
It's a great movie, but I don't want to slow dance in the middle of a.
I picked it from the thing.
It's a great. Yeah, but you got it. That's what I'm saying.
I picked it from the thing.
Stop yelling, Riley rants.
Welcome back to the Schmoes No Movies podcast. There's a lot of chaos happening, but man,
and people get
what
cranky.
A fun first half hour. That's the way to kick off a show. I'm tired of having these guests that are so much cooler than us.
Listen, RJ Mitte is a cool cat, and you can see why that guy is a lady
He
killer.
just plays it cool. He walks into the club. He's just hanging out in the VIP room. Maybe you recognize me from Breaking Bad. Maybe you don't. Either way, I'll leave some money on the dresser in the morning for your taxi cab. That's the vibe I get from that young man.
Dude, that kid's great.
But class all the way. Really cool kid.
It was a fun interview, and we're going to post the whole thing again. If you didn't see it, and you're just tuning in now to the Schmoes No Movies podcast, we're going to post our whole interview with RJ Mitte from Breaking Bad. It'll be up about an hour after this show is done live, and it'll be up tomorrow on iTunes, so make sure you check that out. All right, Mark.
Happening right now is a little segment that we like to call the news. Kenny, sorry we had to have RJ Mitte. Now it's your turn, buddy.
My pleasure. I'm Ken Napzok, and these are your Schmoes No headlines brought to you by Magic Hat Brewing Company. And what sounds like a Dumbledore wet dream, the Harry Potter franchise will expand and continue on the big screen. Warner Brothers announced today that they want more money. I mean, that movie version of Harry Potter's Hogwarts textbook, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them is in the works. J.K. Rowling will make her screenwriting debut for the project after she finishes reading Story by Robert McKee. Rowling said in a statement that the project will, quote, not be a prequel or sequel, but an extension of the Wizarding World. It'll be centered around Newt Scamander and start in New York some 70 years before Harry Potter's story begins. No release date has been set, but if they say 2015, I quit. In a related story, this explains why Mark Ellis' spec screenplay Hermione Granger in the Sex Chamber of Infidelity, set 10 years into her marriage to Ron Weasley, received a pass from all major studios. Goodbye Jurassic Park and hello Jurassic World. The forthcoming continuation of the Jurassic Park franchise has a new title and a confirmed release date, which as we know is more important than plot or cast in this new era of tentpole filmmaking. Colin Trevorrow is still set to direct from a script he co-wrote with Derek Connolly. The film has been given a release date of June 12, 2015, which means your Taco Bell Dino Blast drink cups will be available by May 2015. One per purchase of an El Gordo y Flaco combo meal, which is a 4-pound meat taco wrapped in a letter signed by your doctor releasing him of all liability. Oscar nominee Jaimin Hunsu has been added to the cast of Fast and Furious 7, joining stars Vin Diesel and The Rock, as well as Jason Statham, Kurt Russell, and MMA star Ronda Rousey. The movie is being directed by The Conjuring's James Wan, which is all very impressive when you stop and think about it, because at one point the Fast and Furious franchise seemed to be a few steps away from being sent to the straight-to-DVD bin at your local Big Lots, right next to Shrek 7, Donkey Dates a Tranny, and whatever Nick Cage just filmed. Last week, there was much talk about whether or not the upcoming 5th Terminator film would be a reboot or continuation. Well, this week, British tabloid The Mirror reported that Arnold Schwarzenegger is set to rake in over $20 million for returning to the role that made people forget he was in Hercules in New York. The article also claimed that Linda Hamilton and Michael Biehn will join the production and reprise their roles as Sarah Connor and Kyle Reese, which, if true, would put the complete reboot rumors to rest. Cool news, but keep in mind this is a British tabloid. The article also went on to claim that Pippa Middleton's bum now owns 2 castles, and that the Queen has been dead for years and is currently portrayed by Kids in the Hall Scott Thompson at all public events. Terminator 5 is set for a June 2015 release because apparently we have nothing else to do that summer. TV news, if you want to save some money on switching from cable to satellite, follow me on Twitter and I'll send you my account info so we can both save $10 a month. Also, AMC has greenlit a Breaking Bad spin-off centered around Bob Odenkirk's character Saul Goodman, sending Twitter into a frenzy because Breaking Bad fans have a tough time letting go. There hasn't been this much hoopla for a spin-off since Happy Days begat Mork and Mindy. And finally, we have Star Wars Episode 7 news. It isn't a rumor grown out of control like the zit you got the week of your prom. The Hollywood Reporter says J.J. Abrams is building a post-production facility at his Bad Robot headquarters to help keep most of the film's production in Los Angeles. The 3-story facility will include green screen, sound stages, editing bay, and a closet to lock George Lucas in should he show up to set. The story does, though, lend some credence to the rumor that Abrams had some heat with Disney Lucasfilm over the filming taking place in the United Kingdom. So, ergo, if that rumor was true, then that means it's a fact that Benedict Cumberbatch will appear in Episode 7 as a Force ghost of the Emperor who will help Han and Leia's twins, played by Chloe Grace Moretz and Zac Efron, defeat Luke Skywalker's son Ryan Gosling after he turns to the dark side when his best friend Jonathan Rhys-Meyers punches the Obi-Wan Force ghost in the face after a night of drinking Colt 45 malt liquor with Billy D. Williams.
Oh, so good.
Episode 7 is still set for, say it with me, a 2015 release. I'm Ken Napzok, and those are your Schmoes No headlines.
Oh, man.
Nice, Kenny.
That
was www.schmoesno.com. Kenny, the pit boss Napzok, crushing the news.
Something looked different about you today. It wasn't just the Men's Warehouse gray that you were going with. It was you were on point today, my friend.
I think you even got a snort out of Mark.
Yeah,
that's all I live for.
Occasionally, I will go to the barnyard.
Now, listen, we got to get to this. We have to get to the Q&A and stuff too. So let's hit on a couple of these stories as fast as we can. There's a lot of Kenny. He really hit a lot of them. So what we should do is look the Harry Potter stuff. I'm intrigued by it. Tiffany, you were shaking your head real quick. What were you upset about?
I mean, I kind of feel like I'm on the fence with these spinoffs, especially because I feel like it was this week. It was with the Harry Potter and Breaking Bad, and why can't something that's good just be left alone? And I have a bad taste in my mouth. I know it's not a spinoff, but The Hobbit after Lord of the Rings did not do for me what the Lord of the Rings did, and so I'm a little bit worried that the same.
So you're going to say that you're not going to be excited.
I'm going to see it. Of course, I'm going to go see it.
So what are you complaining about?
I just don't know if it's going to be great.
When was the last time Harry Potter let you down?
Right.
It hasn't let you down. The last time I was disappointed by Harry Potter is when I found out Hermione was 11 years old.
But I feel like she can, like J.K. said she wasn't going to do stuff. That was the end of the story. She had the whole thing planned out in her head, and now it's like maybe because her secret book didn't do so well. She's like, yeah, I'll come back.
Hey, you know what? Mama was homeless before she wrote Harry Potter, so whatever keeps the money in the bank.
But look, if like Michael Bay was directing it, and then they had like it was really crappy writers, then I'd be scared. But if it looks like the same team, sign me up. All right, let's move on though to another story that
the Jurassic Park value meal at Taco Bell. Kenny, tell me more about that.
No. Let's talk about the Jurassic World. Though I know you're a Jurassic Park fan, Mark.
Yeah, I'm not the only one. But some people like that movie.
But that's one of your jams.
Well, I think Jurassic Park 3 really took the life out of my sails for a while with the talking dinosaurs. But I think that they're going to do it right this time because again, if you give franchises enough time to breathe, then they can come back. Let's forget about the prequels for a minute. You give them a little time to marinate. And they say, okay, here's the path we were going down with Jurassic Park. Let's pull back. Let's do Jurassic World, and they're going to have underwater dinosaurs, which means what, Kenny? You guessed it. Theme water park.
Yeah, you could do it. Well, they kind of had that at
field trip. 2016 field trip.
There's some inappropriate chest dancing going on behind you about the water park.
It's never inappropriate.
Wild man, breaking it down. Great dance.
That's right. He's got the best set of boobs on this podcast.
He sure does.
Huh?
Wait a minute. That's not nice. That's not nice.
What? I didn't say anything.
Yeah, because Christian, yours are better.
Thank you. It's true. I've been eating burgers. All right. Moving on from Jurassic Park, and the final story that we should talk about before we move into the Q&A.
Yeah, what hit you, buddy?
The Star Wars stuff.
Okay.
Now look, but I love Star Wars. I'm a Star Wars geek. We talk about Star Wars all the time.
No way.
But one of the things I talked to Mark Riley, who's our editor-in-chief at schmoesno.com, and I said to him, look, enough of the rumors. Until things are confirmed, let's not post anymore because I feel like sometimes people are just posting Star Wars stories to get hits on the website, and I don't want to do that for our site.
Yeah, you had a mental breakdown last week when we were talking about this because Christian's like, I'm done. I'm not checking rumors anymore. I look him in the eye. I didn't even have to say anything. He's like, I mean, I will. But it's like Tiffany with Hobbit movies. Like, she's still going to keep paying. paying to see The
I
Hobbit.
never said I wasn't going to see them, and it's the same thing. You never said you weren't going to read them.
You got to keep checking this stuff. Like Star Wars is like your favorite sports team, where they're rumored to be picking up this prospect. Right. Maybe they're going to trade this dud. You keep on this 24/7. It's a news cycle.
Well, talking about prospects, and keeping up on stuff.
Oh, I smell a transition.
There's a transition. Let's talk about what we do here on this very podcast called the Episode 7 Casting Star Wars Fantasy Draft.
That's right.
Team
the brainchild.
Buzz lightsaber in last
It's the perfect
place.
marriage of fantasy football and fantasy worlds in a far-off galaxy.
We are one of the few shows that has actually put together a fantasy draft of who we think is going to be on this. We did this months ago. If all the rumors are true, I am way in the lead with like 175 points.
And let's recap it
Christian.
for Schmoeville. So here's what we did. We each drafted cast members, actors, actresses, some people behind the scenes that we thought were going to be involved in Episode 7. And we have teams of about 10 to 15 prospects each. Whoever gets the first 3 announcements that are guaranteed going to be in the movie, that person wins dinner on the rest of the podcast. So it's at the restaurant of the winner's choice, and that's what scares me because I'm very picky when it comes to dining.
You're going to eat a lot of stuff that you never want to have.
Sushi.
No, the S word.
He's gone. We should talk about that another time. He actually went on a date and had sushi, and he ruined it for us. But
I thought you meant recently. I was like, he went on a date.
Nice. Oh, the boob joke, the date joke, very nice. Look, it's tit for tat. Oh, all right. So let's go.
Pun intended.
Tits says tats. I mean, whoa. All right, let's get into the Q&A session. Johnny, you ready for the music here? We're gonna play a little music.
There we are.
Yeah.
Oh, what's that? I love that.
Christian review movies, the cinephiles and the show it.
I know the words. Something like that.
It's like a great, it's like that great garage classic rock sound.
Schmoes know,
I know this shit. I study it.
Schmoes know.
All right, after Tiffany's dating crack, I don't know that I want to do the Q&A anymore. I don't think I need people knowing more about me.
Now, here's how this works.
Away.
Last year we did a Q&A, and then Katie Sackhoff, our former co-host, was our... God bless you. Was our moderator last year, and she asked us everything, and she got into any questions that came in. She was the one. She was calling the shots, and now Tiffany, our current co-host, is going to be doing the same this year.
You said current like she's going to be canned if she asks the wrong question.
That's right.
So
well, it's
tread
true.
lightly, as Walter White would say.
Okay, Tiffany, so you have the floor. You can ask anything you want, and you just say that the YouTuber's name and what they ask, and then we will answer.
Okay.
Yeah, these are real questions that our YouTube fans in Schmoeville submitted to us, and the ones that got the most likes are the ones that's going to come out of Tiffany's beautiful mouth right now.
Oh, now you're buttering her up. Look at that. You make fun of her boobs 5 minutes ago.
It's not going to make any difference. I'm going to ask the questions that everybody sent in. So
my name's Mark. I like iced tea and baby
If they make you look bad,
carrots.
I'm really sorry.
You absolutely have to ask some embarrassing questions. Go ahead.
All right, so our first question is from Down to Here.
Okay.
What movies that you've seen as a kid and watched again when you were an adult were you like, why did I like this movie?
I like a good softball to warm us up. All right. So it's a movie that you saw as a child, and you're like, this is the best movie ever. Then you get a little bit older, and you're like, that movie blows.
Yeah.
That's a tough one for me. I know I can answer for Christian.
No.
This is how well I know him.
What?
Flash Gordon.
I love Flash Gordon still.
Oh, it's such
I love it. It's
such
terrible.
a bad
It's terrible.
movie.
But she's saying that you say is, oof, I can still watch Flash Gordon religiously and be like, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Flash
and your
So what is it?
wife probably has a big problem
For me,
with that.
it would probably be Tarzan Greystoke. The Legend of Greystoke.
Tarzan Greystoke?
What is that?
It was Christopher Lambert. He played Tarzan, and I remember being a kid and loving the Tarzan thing. And it was so funny when he pissed on a monkey's head. And I'm like, now it's really boring. It's just a boring movie.
Peeing on a monkey's head is always funny.
It was funny.
Yeah. My movie, it's really embarrassing to admit this on air, but Ewoks Battle for Endor, that movie, because they made 2 made-for-TV movies based on the Ewoks. And so when I was a kid, I was such a little kid, I was like, there's 5 Star Wars movies.
And the kid was his name was Mace or something. He's the size of Jabba the Hutt now, by the way.
Oh, is Mace a big one? Wilford Brimley was in one of them before he was riding on a horse talking about diabetes in the middle of Montana. He got to act with the Ewoks.
All right, so Tiffany, what do you got next?
All right, our next question comes from King of Movies 101 to Mark and Christian.
Yep.
Have you ever walked out of a film, and which one was it?
Go ahead. Can I answer for you on this one?
Please do.
I feel like there have been multiple, though, P.S.
There have been a couple, but Mark has a rule that every year he's allowed to leave one movie during the screening if it's that terrible.
Every year I give myself a pass, and I say that, I just look at Christian, I'm like, I'm using the pass this time. One year I did it for...
G.I. Joe.
For G.I. Joe?
Yeah.
I did it for the first G.I. Joe, not the Retaliation was pretty cool. I left year one.
Yeah, year
early
one.
Because I predicted a joke that was going to be in there. I say, if they make it Las Vegas is like Sodom and Gomorrah joke, I'm out of here. The joke happened on the screen.
Left. And I looked at him and I went...
Do you stay when he leaves, though?
Sometimes. Here's a reason why I didn't. And there's two movies. One, I left when I was a kid out of Bushwhacked. I just couldn't take it with Daniel Stern. It was horrendous.
If you say the name Bushwhacked 3 times at the Harloff dinner table, you get kicked out.
You get stabbed. No, but we were sitting at we had to go see Sex and the City 2. We had to review it for Fandango. And I was sitting there with Mark, and he was like, I got to take a piss. He just couldn't take it. So he walks out, and I'm sitting there for a little bit, and I'm like, he's not coming back, right? And then I go, I got to check my phone, and all I see, it was like a military text, was like, get out of there now! and I just left, and I was like, let's bail. So Sex and the City 2, I guess. That review is still the best.
Your
of all time.
wingman, yeah. If you check out our Sex and the City 2 review on YouTube, it's just me and Christian just cracking up, dying for 2 hours. Like,
nice.
All right, what do you got next?
All right.
We got out of there before those old broads hit the desert.
Yep.
So this question is from Heartbreak Dennis. Are you ready for this? This one's for you, Christian.
Oh, Heartbreak Dennis.
Does your wife get mad when Katie or Bonnie is on your show? It doesn't seem like it. And was Bonnie the reason you and Katie split?
Yeah, Heartbreak Denny.
You told me to ask anything.
You thought I was getting all the personal
questions. I thought you'd be smarter than that. Look, if you go to Ken Knapsack's Knapsack Files, I talk about this in great detail on his first episode.
So give your buddy Ken a nice plug and tell us what you said on the podcast.
I just did. I said if you go to his podcast on his iTunes and check out Knapsack Files, you get an answer to that question. Okay, next question.
So you're not going to answer it?
I just did. I'm sorry.
I tried, guys. We sent it in. It got a lot of likes.
Of Christian and myself that I will answer all of the questions asked to me as fully and as honestly and as deeply as I possibly can.
Find one. Find one. There's
I will also say that I've never dated Katie or Bonnie, so it's easier for me.
All right, so I'll take it easy on you for a second, and then we'll get to some rough ones. Mm-hmm. This is from Arquem Patel. I think that's how you pronounce it.
I feel like I'm getting a massage from Tiffany. She's like, I'll take it easy on you for a minute. Then we're just getting a little rough.
You know. How do you guys spend so much time with each other and not get annoyed or want to kill one another?
That's a great question. It's a great question.
We do get annoyed and do want to kill one another frequently.
We have gotten into there, and I guess I've seen a couple of the comments here. There's a couple questions about if we've ever gotten into fights before. Yeah, we have, but not like fights were just like, that's it. We're just F this guy. It was more like there was one time, and it was my fault. I was a douche at Comic-Con. I am horrendous when I don't eat. I am look, and I'll admit it. I am you don't want to be around me. My wife calls it hunger monster.
Yeah, but that's how
I got warned about that at WonderCon when we went. Everyone was like, "Watch out for Christian."
He doesn't eat. I am like a chick when it comes to that. Like when I don't eat, girls are like that too. It's true. I'll get in trouble for it. I don't care.
We're riding to Comic-Con in a shuttle, and it's a bunch of press people, and Christian and I are sitting in the back, and we're fiddling with the camera. Something goes wrong in the camera, and Christian literally quit Comic-Con Thursday morning before we did any interview.
It was the stupid mic on the camera. Remember?
He's like, I'm done with this, and then he says it's something that my wife calls the hunger monster. I'm like, hey, Jack, I'm not your wife, okay? Yeah. I do not have any responsibility to make you feel better about yourself at night.
It's totally true.
Yeah.
So it was my fault. But yeah, we have little spats, though, about like camera stuff. And so, when do you see this, dude? And it goes back and forth, and it just is over. That's the thing about dudes, though. I don't think it doesn't stay that long.
It's tennis, and you leave the arena, and most of it's all done.
Yeah. Okay, what's next?
Okay. This one has a lot of likes, but
ask it.
Oh boy.
This Christian told me, he's like, there's one that's for you, Tiffany.
Can I ask it if it's for you? Let me ask. Give me. Give me. Like Christmas.
This is the worst.
Christmas.
And I will say, hold on. I feel like this is one from Christian because you actually asked me this one night after a party.
Really? When?
You were drunk, I think.
Where is it? No, this is from Steve Linus for Tiffany. You can't say none. I have asked you that.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Let's get to the question, Ralph. Open the BB gun.
You can't say none of them. If the guys on the podcast were the only guys left in the world, and you had to marry one, who would it be? You have to answer.
Okay,
you have to.
Tiffany, I'll walk you through. I'm gonna walk.
No
Tiffany
way. She knows who you should get a disease.
Who are you looking at?
Makuga.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so Tiffany.
Well, the answer is definitely not Bobby Finstock. I can tell you that right off
not
the bat.
Bobby Finstock.
Right, not Finstock.
Who would you marry? Come on, you have to
I
pick
think
someone.
it would be. I think it's got to be. It would be Ken.
I told you.
Yeah,
I told you. I knew it. I knew it would be Ken. Why?
Because he's so sweet to me all the time. Did you see what I tweeted today? He like gave me like a pep talk text.
God,
and it was Lord of the Rings reference.
The Pit Boss.
On.
All right, so the Pit Boss. So there you go. That was painless. The Wild Man. Wow. She knows you. She knows what you've done. You
it's
pig.
It's true. We like drove to McDonald's one night late night and got stuff to eat, and I was like chatting with him, and it was a great chat. And you told me some stuff that I was like, you couldn't marry that guy.
No, could have a fling. A fling. You'd be the one that she'd cheat on Ken.
That was not the question that was asked, by the way.
All right.
I'd like to make an announcement. Ken Knapsack has left the studio and is on his way to Jared, the Galleria of Jewelry.
Yeah, he already bought a ring. He knew it was coming before this. All right. Okay, Tiffany, next. See, these are the fun ones. All right, but let's talk some movies.
Okay, I'll do a movie one.
Yeah,
I was going to ask a really awkward one for you guys.
All right, do it. Just go back and forth.
Mr. B. Provocative asks, which movies have made you cry, if any?
Oh my God!
I'll hit the one most recently, and I'm not ashamed to say it. Fruitvale Station.
Yep.
I couldn't take it, man. Like, because again, it's having a daughter, like really going through what this guy went through. The movie, if you have not seen Fruitvale Station, absolutely go see this film. It is the most powerful movie I've seen in a very long time, and the performance of Michael B. Jordan. It just, I couldn't control myself.
It was a fantastic film. I did not cry. I don't think Christian's ever seen me cry at a movie. I saw Christian cry one other time.
I saw Narnia with you, dude.
It was not Narnia. It was. I do miss my family very much, but no, I did not cry. Right. The old people singing movie also got you. Young at Heart.
It did.
The old people movie got you.
Yeah, old people get me.
I bawl my eyes out every time Dumbo and his mom rubbed trunks for the last time because his mom is in jail, and it's like it was a false identity kind of thing. The last time she's rocking him in the trunk, I got it. Can we talk about something else? That's the one that does it more so than any like sports movie or disaster movie. Yeah. It's just two stupid animated elephants.
That's it. Okay, he's crying thinking about it. All right, next. Go next.
All right, now talking about two stupid elephants rubbing noses.
Tiffany's having a lot of fun with this.
Danny Stu asks, who has been with more women sexually, Mark or Christian?
See you guys later. See you guys later. I am tapping out Uncle.
These are the ones that are getting a lot of likes on the YouTube channel. I'm just asking what the fans want to know.
Do I have to answer it?
I'm not answering it.
2006 Harloff beat the entire room.
All right, next.
Okay, so the next question is from Alexander Lowry. What's your favorite film of the year so far?
Favorite movie of the year for me is very easy. I'm going to go with Mud. Overall, starring Matthew McConaughey, the incredible career resurgence of Matthew McConaughey, the guy that used to not be able to keep his shirt on in bad romantic comedies is now the guy that can't keep his shirt on in Oscar-worthy material.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Mud's great, but I'm still going to go with Place Beyond the Pines. Right now, for me, that's the movie I really enjoyed the most so far this year.
You dramatic sap.
Sorry, bud.
Oh, man.
Yeah, all right, what do you got next?
Okay, so here's, this is like a lob. Down to Here asks, would you consider doing a live podcast tour? I would definitely buy tickets to see y'all live.
I would absolutely want to do that. I think that would be a great idea. I think that we could do some stuff to where we can incorporate, once the Schmoeville audience just gets a little bigger, maybe doing a tour to where we can go on stage. We can do, Wild Man can do crazy dances, and karaoke that he loves to do.
We'll just have a keg in the corner for Josh to tap. Josh can just do handstands on the keg. Kenny can do the news. We can have a little podcast set up. Let's do it. Let's do it at the, I'm in Tempe next week. Let's do it at the Improv there.
I would love that. You know what? How about this? If you guys are interested in doing, Mark Riley, if you don't mind, Riley, if you can tweet out how many people would want to see a Schmoes Know live show, and we'll see how many.
Where do they live, and do they know the mayor, and can we get keys to the city?
No, stop it. Let's just
Can
retweet
we have
it.
a Schmoes Know day in your town?
let's just retweet it and see how it goes, and then we'll figure it out there. All right. So what do you got next, Tiff?
All right. So our next question comes from Chris Bodie.
Okay.
For both Mark and Christian, what is your favorite director of all time?
All time.
That's like a big
One,
question.
all time. I mean, for me, I'm probably going to go Scorsese.
Okay.
I'm probably going to go Scorsese.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Spielberg.
Yeah, I can see
and
it.
you know,
that was my number 2.
I love the Star Wars movies so much. I hate going against any one of those guys, but Lucas really only directed Episode 4, and then he did the prequels, and then he had Irvin Kershner and Richard Marquand. But I'm going to go with Spielberg because he did Jaws, Indiana Jones movies, E.T., Jurassic
Park.
Hard
Not
I mean,
it's pretty.
Look at that guy's resume.
He was there. And Tarantino was one that was up there for me as well.
Yeah, but now if I'm trying to get laid at a bar, I'm going to say Kurosawa, and then she's going to be like, "You know so much about movies." And I'm like, "Yeah, have another shot, kiddo."
All right. So what's next?
All right. So our next question is from Penny Lane 979.
Yep.
If you could see any movie for the first time again, what would it be?
Star Wars. It's definitely like I had never seen it before.
Yeah.
It's Star Wars. First Star Wars with the ship coming in and just being blown away like I was. That Johnny Ice agrees. And it's got to be Star Wars.
Basic Instinct was a good night for me.
That was not bad. I had a nice experience the first time I saw that movie too.
I think every guy did, and it's like, hey, I found a new hobby.
Yeah, I don't think it's. I mean,
Ma, we got any more socks in the laundry room?
It's Star Wars. And guys, again, taking calls here 323. If you guys have any questions, 323-622-8623. If you have a question, we'll take one of your questions. So think about it. Call on in,
and make sure you make that one as inappropriate as possible because I probably will be too embarrassed to read one of the really inappropriate ones.
Yeah. All right, Tiff, what do you got?
All right. So our next question is from QU7 Acre 1.
I'm glad all these names so far has been classy. It's not like farts in the butt 69.
Wait till the next one. Slap my ball bag 21.
Stop.
Yeah. All right, what do you got?
Okay, so this question is, if you could write and direct a film, what would it be? Basically, your ultimate movie.
I would absolutely do, I think, the Wild Man movie. Because I would want to see the Wild Man, Josh McCouga. It would be like a Jackass movie, though. It would really be like one of those movies that we just see how much he can get away with.
Yeah. It's following him around at a wedding, the open bar scene, the dance floor.
Yeah, you watch him, and as he's doing like strange dances with Julian Huff and Derek Huff, you just kind of like schmo his performance after each one.
Would you be like nervous, though, to actually do a film after seeing all these that you kind of think you'd be great at it from watching them all?
No, that's why we do this. That's why we sit around like morons eating pizza and beer going, that sucks. Whoa.
No, my dream film to write and direct is really short. I don't want to write a movie. I don't want to direct a movie. I just want to be a fan and appreciate. Like, I don't want to do a Star Wars movie. Do you have any idea how much pressure that is?
So much.
I do think that I would, if I could and I had the means to do it, I would love to try. If I had like $200 million to do a fantasy film, I would love to do a fantasy sci-fi film.
Okay, what if I give you 180? You're saying you're walking at 180?
I just have JTI do everything and blame it on him. All right. What do you got next?
I might make like an old school Van Damme movie.
We got a call from Schmoeville. Let's say a call from Schmoeville.
Is it Van Damme? Does he want to work with me?
Hey, you're in Schmoeville. Who do we got?
Giovanni from San Diego.
Giovanni, what's up, dude? Question for the Schmoes. What do you got?
Yeah, I mean, I've noticed every time you guys mention about favorite movies and directors and whatnot, it's always like mainstream stuff. Anything other than that kind of stuff, like Star Wars and the Marvel Universe, anything kind of like, Stanley Kubrick. You never mention anything like that, so I was just curious.
I love Kubrick. Thank you for bringing that up. I'm a big
like
fan.
The not blockbusters is what he wants us to talk about.
No,
so
Full
how
Metal
about
Jacket, Clockwork Orange. I love those movies, man.
The Avengers for me, the Batman movies. Those are great indie films.
No, that is absolutely not. You're more. Thanks for the call, man.
I actually like documentaries a lot. I'll watch a lot of kind of like out of the way documentaries. There's a great one out right now that Dave Grohl did called Sound City. Like, I'm a huge music buff. Sound City is fantastic. They're running it nonstop on VH1 Classic, so check that out.
Okay, cool. All right, Tiffany, what do you got next?
Okay, so this question is from Beef Stew 808.
Okay.
This year,
Beef Stew. Yeah, he's a big caller. He calls
this year was really disappointing for movies. The only ones that came to play were mostly independent films.
Yeah.
Do you guys think that they promoted certain movies a little bit too much?
Yes. I think that they always do now. Studios, when they put that much money in movies, you usually have whatever the movie is, you're going to spend $100+ million on it. If it's
just
a 200,
gotten the trailers.
yeah, if it's on the marketing. If it's $200 million movie, you're going to spend at least a minimum of $100 million on marketing, and then you have to make that money back domestically.
It's really
tough,
hard to get me excited to go see a movie the week of when I've been hearing about it since the Super Bowl. There's always a big Super Bowl trailer, and then you got to put up with this crap for 6 months, and then here it is.
Like 7 trailers.
Yeah. And so and I think like Iron Man 3, like a lot of those big comic book movies. That's why these independent ones are kind of fun to watch, because sometimes I go into a theater now, and I literally have no idea what the hell this thing is I'm about to watch, and sometimes that's the best way to go into movies.
Yeah. All right, one more call from Schmoeville here before we, Tiffany. Hey, you're in Schmoeville. Who do we got?
Hey, guys, this is Alex.
Alex, what's up, man? What question you got for Mark and myself?
All right, I was wondering, actually, this is for Tiffany.
For Tiffany, okay,
I
great.
was wondering
if any of the guys, when you first met them, hit on you or asked you out.
Oh.
It's a good question. So if any of the guys, when we first met you, the first time we set eyes on beautiful Tiffany Smith, did we hit on you? Did you think we were flirting with you? Did we ask you out?
Or were there professionals in the room who decided that you were one of the team and we would not do that?
No, I don't think anyone flirted with me, or asked me out. But it's probably because within 5 minutes of meeting you guys, I was burping and acting really gross and inappropriate. Probably.
I don't think that. I think it's more the fact that it was respecting, because that's not going to affect.
Are you kidding?
So the burping?
No, I think Makuga still hits on her.
Oh, he flirts with her. I think he flirts with her.
Every week, I think Makuga's driving to the podcast tonight's the night.
Makuga hasn't taken his shit. Now, Makuga took his shot. He'd come in smelling like Stallone in Rocky 3.
What? Good or bad?
Remember the beginning of it when he's all jazzed up after he won the title?
He's shooting the deodorant commercial?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. And he's got a Muppet on his back.
Yeah. Hey, Josh, you smell like a 1983 Italian boxer. Congratulations, buddy.
All right, good.
So
Tiffany,
maybe you should tell
what do you got?
No, so no one has.
Okay, well, one of us will get drunk and hit on you eventually.
Oh, God,
I'm sure it's going to
please,
happen.
No. Okay, so this is from Ford Boyce.
Okay.
What is your favorite superhero movie, and who is your favorite actor playing a superhero?
Adam West Batman, 1966. Next question.
No, it isn't. Oh, yeah. What's your real answer?
You just like that outfit.
Your real answer?
Yeah, my favorite superhero of all time, contrary to some of our fans' beliefs.
Superhero movie first.
Okay, superhero movie. My favorite superhero film of all time is Batman Begins. Everybody has me pinned as this Marvel fanboy because I like the Avengers. Batman Begins, my favorite superhero film of all time. Despite that, it's really weird because I think I'm going to go with Michael Keaton as my favorite portrayal of Batman, but Batman Begins is
I love you.
So good, yeah.
Right.
That was me hitting on you, by the way.
I know people are going to have a conniption on this one. My favorite, and it could change. I've always been a Superman 2 fan, and I love Christopher Reeve as Superman. But right now, I'm in the X-Men mode, and X-Men First Class just does it for me. When I turn that movie on, and Fassbender as Magneto, and he is a superhero in that first half of that movie, and I just love that movie so much. It just, you know why? Because, again, being a Star Wars nerd, that is the relationship I wanted between Anakin and Ben Kenobi.
And for everybody that just listened to that diatribe, that's what I got on my voicemail, because Christian saw First Class before I did, and he calls me, speaking of surprise callers.
Whoa!
Marki Costello
in the house. Our manager, Marki Costello. How are you?
What's up, girl?
And Lucas, as well, her son. Marki Costello is our manager, and we are very happy to have her in the studio. Larger than life.
She has to deal with all three of us.
I just say the studio's really nice.
It's pretty cool.
It's really cool.
It's really cool.
I don't know what I was envisioning, but I was like,
it was a baby trunk. Just
You're like their parents' basement?
Yeah, probably.
this is pretty.
Marki, come on to one of the mics and say hi to Schmoes.
Yeah, come say hi to Somerville. Oops, that's all right. So this is Marki Costello. By the way, granddaughter of the great.
That's Lou Costello.
Lou Costello. Abbott and Costello, who we did our comedy teams, by the way, and ranked them #1 of all time.
Well, you better have.
That's because Marki's our.
That's why.
Yeah, hello.
Marki, say hi to Schmoeville.
Hi, Schmoeville. I'm in the Schmo house.
There you are. You are indeed.
Sitting next to the beautiful.
I feel like my mom just came home. We're having a kegger. Guys, hide the beer.
Hide the beer.
Wait, did you guys know about Tiffany's amazing new gig? I mean, she's working like crazy.
What is it? Can you announce something here? Wait, to announce to Schmoeville, what did she get?
Are we allowed to say this?
Well, not really, but when does that ever really matter?
What do you got? Wait, Scoop. Tiffany has a new gig. What do you got?
She's got a brand new, it's sort of top secret, but F it. She's going to be the face of a brand new show about DC Comics, and it's a show called...
Wow. I'm a Batman guy.
What is it?
It's the Daily Planet. Hello.
Oh, that's awesome.
You know about DC Comics?
Nice, Johnny Ice.
Oh, my God.
Congratulations.
It's Wonder Woman. It's Superman.
Tiffany Smith.
She's the Wonder
Congratulations. Yeah, Tiffany.
Did you not wait?
I didn't even know she was going to announce this tonight.
I know. I probably shouldn't have announced
that's
it.
All right. That's all right.
Can I take back when I never hit on Tiffany? Because now you probably got some money. So if you want to go to Morton Steakhouse, you're paying, sweetheart.
I'm sorry.
Good news.
She's
I like to get
looking
taken out on dates.
Crazy, Schmoeville.
All right, so Schmoeville, tweet at Tiffany's tweets and congratulate her as she is the new face of the show Daily Planet for DC Comics. Can't wait to hear more about it.
Thanks, guys.
Now, Marki, what we're doing is we're doing a Q&A with Schmoeville. They have submitted submitted a whole bunch of questions. A lot of personal ones we've been asked. A lot of fun ones, movie-related ones. Tiffany has been having a lot more fun asking the personal ones, so you could have a laugh at some of them.
I want to give Marki a trivia question that we've already had. Okay. Marki, one of our Danny Stew was the YouTube handle, asked us who's been with more women, Mark or Christian?
Sexually.
Who do you think?
Oh, Christian. Ding, 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 ding. What do I win?
You know what, Marki? Thanks for hesitating or making it think like maybe I wonder who it was.
Christian tapped a lot of ass in his single days.
I feel like there are years that Ken's like, you can never hear about those years, Tiffany. You don't want to know the Christian.
All right.
In golf terms, he's got a lot of green jackets.
I'm trying to set Ellis up because I think Mark is the most amazing catch.
He's a good dude.
I tell everybody that.
He's a good dude.
You tell everybody? Because I'm still not getting knocks at the door.
Yeah.
I gave you one little knock, a tap tap. I was trying to give you a tap tap.
Oh, dirty.
Oh,
all right,
God.
Tiffany, what do we got next?
Okay. So this is kind of to go off RJ Mitte being here a little bit ago. This is from Weston Rely T12.
Great.
After Breaking Bad is over, what will the next big TV series be for you guys?
I think I'm going to stick with Ray Donovan. I want to see where that goes. You know, we had Stephen Bauer on the show. I mean, it's got that. It has that feel of the kind of the anti-hero, if you will, like Walter White, Tony Soprano type thing.
Yeah, there's all these things like Low Winter Sun is trying to pick up
that
for
thing is
Breaking
not picking
Bad,
up steam,
and it's tough. There's a new show on Stars that might come out too. I'm just going to say Monday Night Football. I think that's really going to be the one that takes off from here.
Can I say one thing? Because I'm a little bit of a TV junkie. I just want to say one thing. Have you guys ever got into Justified?
I've heard some mixed things.
I've seen.
Oh, with Timothy Olyphant's great on that show.
I was very hesitant. We got it on Blu-ray. Tommy and I sort of fought, I was like, come on, Downton Abbey. And he was like, oh, no, And I was like, okay, you get Justified, I'll get Downton Abbey or whatever it's called. Right. So we ended up watching the first season, and I was hooked. We had to go get season 2, 3, and then I got Netflix and Apple TV just to watch season 4.
And it's called Justified. That's the one where the guy travels time and each lead maybe the lead back home.
It's about Oxycontin in Arkansas, and it's hillbillies.
He walks around like a cowboy.
And he's a marshal and a cowboy, and he's hot and he's sexy, and it's really...
And he's played by Eric Estrada, and he's like 1970s Highway Patrol, right? And he's got a monkey.
You're doing it all wrong.
What?
You're doing it all wrong. That's not. You got to pay attention, man.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
All right. So
studio audience in that one?
There's no. You just stop now. All right, guys. So next question. I would say Justified. I would say Walking Dead also is another one we'll be tuning into. Tiffany, what do you got?
I feel like since we have our manager here, we should ask this one. Yeah. When did you decide to make this more of a career than a hobby, or has it always been a career for you guys when this started? This is
when
from
Marki
Jason
gave us that first briefcase of $100 bills.
No, I think what it was that Mark and I knew, because Mark and I were buddies for a little bit, the Comedy Store, and a friend of ours at Current TV had asked us to do something for Current TV, just where we were reviewing like TV shows for pizza and beer. And after we did it for a little bit, we go, this is kind of fun. And then we started the YouTube channel in 2008 and on camera together, and we're like, this could be something cool, so we just started doing it.
I got a text from Christian in 2008 that said, hey, how would you like to spend 23 hours a day hanging out with me? And I'm like, sign me up. Yeah, but it really is a great way because, again, we still like entertaining people, and it's a great avenue to do that. So it's really nice to get to do that during the day. I do stand-up at night, and Christian has a wife and baby, and I don't know what that's like. I can't imagine.
Yeah, it's tough, man. Again, spent a whole day in the emergency room, so that was fun. All right, so let's...
What?
Yeah, today I was in the emergency room today. Off air. Actually, I brought it.
Let's bring up your anger issues off air.
No, it wasn't me. My daughter slammed her finger in a door today and broke her finger and had a laceration on her finger. So I was there from 9 in the morning until about 7 o'clock, right before I got here.
Oh my God!
She was on anesthesia right before I left. She had to wake up.
The picture is so sad.
Yeah. Well,
Wait, there's a picture. Did you tweet a picture?
I didn't tweet it. I didn't tweet. No, I tweeted a picture.
She's the cutest little baby.
Okay. Anyway, so moving. Now let's get into something ridiculous and silly now.
Hey, let's hold off on those world's greatest dad mugs until next week.
Yeah. All right. So what do you got?
A ridiculous one?
Anything you got. Whatever you got. Something fun.
Okay.
And find one for yourself, too. Don't be shy.
If you could see any two movie franchises cross over, what would they be? This is from Connor Brown.
Got to go X-Men and Avengers.
X-Men and Avengers.
Never going to happen.
Pretty
I know.
cool.
Look, the question was if you could ever see it.
It's true.
You know what? Honestly, I'd love to go the Patton Oswalt filibuster and say like the Marvel universe and the Star Wars universe.
Yeah.
But really, up until about a couple weeks ago or a couple months, I guess, I would have said Superman and Batman. Those are the two ones that I most want to see cross over, and now it's actually happening. So I feel like I'm playing with house money at this point. Maybe I should pick up my chips and leave the table.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or I'd say like the Expendables. Like all my childhood dreams are kind of coming true with all these action stars that are in movies together. So I really can't complain about the state of movies other than,
Yeah, well, now joining us, by the way, on the reason we have our manager is Lucas Mader, by the way, who, Lucas, plug your YouTube channel.
Oh. Well, it's Lucas Smarter on YouTube. Do the same thing as the Schmoes, movie reviews, occasional Blu-ray updates, and I've been a fan since late 2000s.
Martyr Movies.
Martyr Movies.
I already plugged it.
Okay.
And
is cool, man.
Been a fan
There's a
since
momager.
Momager.
Yeah.
09.
Yeah, so basically, Lucas was a fan of ours, and he told it. We auditioned for our manager, who's also a really great casting director, and we went in there and we had auditioned. She gave us some great notes. I like what you guys do. Great. Hadn't heard anything back, and then she called us in because she's like, my son could meet Brad fucking Pitt and he wouldn't care. But I tell him the Schmoes are coming in, and he breaks down my door to say he's got to come in. And, dude, thank you. So because of that, we are now signed with your mom. So
and now I know that she has a Boston accent that I wasn't aware of.
Look at this kid.
I love this, man. And again, I will buy you beer anytime that Marki's not within earshot.
All right,
it was
so
really the coolest
Don't
audition,
do
too,
that.
because Lucas was taking pictures with us at an audition. There's other people waiting to go in looking at us like, who the hell are these guys?
Yeah. All right, so we have 15 minutes left. So, Tiffany, let's fire through some of these things.
Okay, so our next question is, have you ever watched a movie and raved about it and then changed your opinion of it completely afterwards? From Tyler Scott.
I haven't seen Sucker Punch again, so I don't know. I love Sucker Punch.
yeah.
Lucas would probably know the answer to this better than we would.
Yeah, Lucas, what was a movie that you loved?
No,
and
I'm saying
raved
about us. He'd probably know about us.
We
Is
should
there
do a
something?
contest to see what he. I swear to God, he knows more
Well,
about you.
what do we? Was there a movie that we loved? I mean, again, I think that I was a little higher on some movies that if I went back, I didn't love as much. Like again, I would definitely. I think you Kool-Aided me a little bit with Sucker Punch, and I gave that I think at the time 3, and I watched it again. That's a 1.5 for me.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
You were a little high on the Dark Knight Rises. You're a little high on that.
I'm still. If anything, I docked that by a half a point at most. I still love that movie. I think it's great.
Yeah, I think my scores are pretty accurate for the most part.
I don't think I really gone back too much.
When I was in 8th grade, I said Hard Target was the greatest movie ever for 3 weeks. Maybe I'll take that back.
Tiffany.
All right, so the next question is from W. Price Films. If the crew of the famous Schmoes Know podcast were thrown into a battle royale / Hunger Games scenario, who would win?
I'll say this.
Yeah.
I like my odds. I like my odds.
I think you'd go to kill somebody and you'd feel bad about it. I don't think you would.
No, you know what I am though? I think that you and your New York mentality, what you would try to start a fight too quickly. I'm just hiding.
I'd get tired. I wouldn't win. Ken Knapsack would win.
Guys, I think I would actually win.
No, you're good.
I totally would. Do you want to know
Lost.
why? Because you
Why?
would never see me coming.
It would.
You'd be like, it's Tiffany.
You'd be
I'd laugh and then you'd
laughing
come
in
up
the
to me
tree.
and I'd kill you.
You would not kill anything. You're so full of.
Yeah, Tiffany, trust me. If you put these guys in the middle of the woods, we're going to find the
Hey,
female.
I've watched Breaking Bad. I can make ricin in the woods.
Coming from the girl that was she was watching World War Z, and I still have marks on my arm for how scared she was just watching the movie.
But that's exactly why you wouldn't think I would kill you.
Get lost. I think what Ken Knapsack, by the way, works at a mall and arrests people left and right. People are trying to kill him every 25 seconds. I've seen him get really angry.
Make it seem like he's a mob boss at Sbarro.
Have you seen his hair? I mean, that guy, he called him the pit boss for a reason. Where is he? See, he's not even here. He's killing somebody right now.
He's making a call.
You all have
There
an
he is.
audition tomorrow, don't you? All have an audition. You're all
we have an
going in
audition
for the
tomorrow?
Yeah,
same
we do.
thing.
We do have some movie like that.
What
yeah.
time do I have to wake up?
No, we don't have to be till 2:30.
I got to wake up at 2?
2:30. All right.
Oh,
so,
God.
Tiffany, what else you got?
All right, so this next
Fun.
one is from Anthony Barado. I'm sorry. Okay, guys, one of your videos, Mark mentioned that he's been arrested twice. Why was he arrested? I'm dying to know.
There you go.
I've been arrested a number of times in my life.
For what?
Dying to know too.
Well, the first time was apparently me and Mrs. Fields disagree on what a free sample is at the mall. No, the best time I got arrested was actually I was doing stand-up in San Diego. My brother was there, and we got arrested at 7-Eleven. It was a mistaken identity kind of thing. But they pull us over into the 7-Eleven, and they take us out in the car. They separate us. They cuff us, and it's like they're putting us in the back of the cruiser. Then they start asking us questions, and they realize that me and my brother aren't the two Asian gentlemen that stole a bunch of antiques that were also driving a Honda Civic that
my
night.
cousin Vinny.
Oh, but the best part, and I recommend this to the
Wait,
home.
were they like sent out to look for two Asian brothers.
They pulled me over because I was driving a gray Honda Civic, and Lord knows that's a rare commodity.
And it took them to the cuffing point to figure out that you weren't the guys.
At Myers FTW tweets in, oh boy, what did Fat Ellis do?
This was during the peak of Fat Ellis. But again, I recommend to everybody out there listening, get arrested. It's a lot of fun because afterward, well, don't really get arrested, but when they realize it's not you, me and my brother took the cuffs off. We got to do that like grab your wrist thing that you see in the movies all the time.
So
like,
good.
man, I've been in the Slammer for 20 minutes. And then we walk into the 7-Eleven.
So good.
There's a gallery taking pictures. We got free beer at 7-Eleven because the guy's like, take whatever you want,
you
man.
just got arrested by accident.
Yeah, we're
Amazing.
celebrating with Busch Light.
All right, Tiff, what else you got?
All right, the next question is from Tyler Herbury.
Okay.
If you could change one Best Picture winner, which would it be in the Oscars over all the years?
Now, I know that you are going to agree with this choice, and I'm not saying this because I didn't like the movie. I did, but I would take away the Forrest Gump win, and I would give it to Shawshank Redemption.
I'm going to say that's wrong. I'm going to say what's right is taking away Shakespeare in Love and giving it to Saving Private Ryan.
Okay.
I like Shakespeare in Love, but come on, Saving Private Ryan.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
I don't think you're wrong, asshole.
I think you're wrong. I think you're wrong.
Okay, next.
All right, this is from S.
Tiffany,
Sallow.
by the way, Tiffany doing a fantastic job of mixing it up with the crazy ones and the good ones. So
I've never
I thought you were
seen
gonna be scared.
one person play good cop and bad cop at the same time.
This is why I would win in the ring, guys. I can play good cop and bad
Asking
cop,
someone
whatever.
about a question of who they used to bang is a little different.
Hey.
Than,
I could probably get you guys to kill each other.
Okay, go.
Did RJ Mitte give you anything about Breaking Bad good? Like any tidbits?
Yeah, we didn't want to know. We didn't want to know too much.
That
though.
guy's a ladies' man. That's all I will say.
You'll find. I'll send it to you. You're gonna love that.
If you're just tuning in, RJ Mitte was on earlier, and he revealed that everybody alive in Breaking Bad stays alive. They open up a Los Pollos Hermanos chain. Marki
And they all wake up and think, what a crazy dream.
Marki, everyone dies. Okay. So,
Team Walt, not Hank.
yeah, it's true. All right, guys. So what else you got?
The question is from S. Sulahel 0389. What was the most shocking, holy shit, I did not see that coming moment in any movie or show you guys have seen?
Departed. I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but there's a moment in Departed where, with Leonardo DiCaprio's character, that I was like, whoa, wait a minute. And Place Beyond the Pines, by the way, too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure my parents let me experience the Luke Skywalker Darth Vader thing, but I don't remember it, so I'm going to go with... I didn't see this movie until I was in college, and all my friends were just watching me watch the movie, and it was The Usual Suspects. And they'd already seen it. They're like, who do you think Couch Associates? Who do you think Couch Associates? And that last scene happens, and I'm like, fuck!
So, that's good. All right. Tiff, what do you got?
All right, so...
Direct quote.
Oh, she got that smile on her face.
This is from Sean Williams. Okay, Harloff, this is a question plus advice. I have horrible relationships with all my exes. How are you able to have all of your ex-girlfriends on the podcast and not get into fights?
This is twice you're asking me. Now, can you ask another jail question?
He was asking for advice.
It's a matter of being mature. How about that?
Yeah.
Okay, next
It
question.
was actually, if you really think about it, Christian, that was like a compliment.
It was nice. I would just say, don't be...
A douchebag?
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? At least your ex-girlfriends are hot enough to trump back here in the podcast. You should see the barnyard that I used to date. I mean, come on. You don't want to...
Oh, stop.
Hey, Mark, you think I could be a guest on the show next week? I want to talk about Garbage Pail Kids.
All right. Next.
I'd actually love to have her on the podcast.
Me too.
And I have had some very hot ex-girlfriends. If you're listening, I love you to death. Let's get back together.
No one's listening. All right.
And this is why you're still single.
All right, Tiffany.
I should talk.
Well, there are questions in there directed at you. You cut it out before we get to the 9:30. There are. She asked one question about herself.
Okay.
That's fine.
That's fine. Keep going.
It's not Daily Planet
Okay.
Q&A.
All right.
Stop
That's
it.
true. She got her plug.
Shari RG asks, how did you guys get so big? Is this your job? I have been a
My
fan
parents.
of the Schmoes for a long time. Don't get a chance to watch much podcasts because of school and wondered how you guys got to where you are now.
Well, first of all, school should never get in the way of watching podcasts.
Yeah.
It's
look.
true. You can watch on your phone during school.
And again, using another plug for Marki Costello, I've been teaching at her hosting school, and one of the things I've been doing.
What?
Yeah, I've been teaching at her school, doing branding.
I like that this is like the first he's hearing about it.
You didn't hear about this?
You teach.
Oh. Yeah, I do teach, but it's about,
you wear like a scarf and like a monocle.
It's about Robin Williams and Good Will Hunting. It's about branding. It's about teaching about branding with YouTube, and I've been doing it. But one of the things I tell them our story, and I say, basically what you do, it's literally hard work, and if you want to brand yourself, if you want to become, whether it be YouTube or your website, you have to treat it like a job. You have to be passionate about it. But you and I, we love movies. We love talking about movies, and we can have. It's a business.
That's very true. That is 15% 15%, but the other 85% is just all talent. I mean, I got to be honest with you. Not a lot of people can do what we can do.
Wait, Lucas gave you the best compliment earlier on the car in the ride here. You said what's great about the Schmoes.
Lucas, tell us what's great about the Schmoes, and say it into the mic very loudly.
Start with that sentence.
Well, I said in the car, quote, that they are not the typical tour de force critics.
Nice.
Because every critic uses that. They're like, oh, you got to see Mud. It's a tour de force.
Right.
And I'm like, you got to see Mud. It was
Well,
awesome.
you said more than that. You just said I relate to them and I connect to them because it's a couple of schmoes.
Did he get emotional? Did he get emotional talking about it?
He got teary-eyed.
Was it your fruit fail station?
True.
It was. Okay, great.
And another thing that you guys do that I think makes you guys have the fan base that you do is that you post very consistently. It's not like there's usually a video uploaded every couple of days. It's not like a week hiatus, 2 week hiatus.
Yeah, we try to post at least one a day.
Yeah, you're welcome, Schmoeville. A thank you wouldn't kill you.
Is that too much? That's not. You got to be nice. It's called about. Did you talk to RJ Mitte, who's on a very popular show? Did you see how humble he was? Take a lesson. All right.
He was not so humble when he was talking about the ladies.
No,
he was like,
nor
I don't have
should
to
he
point
be.
at the girls; they come to me.
I
was
love
like,
that. Yeah, he was a lady killer. All right.
Okay,
Next.
This is from Caboose. I think that's what his actual name is. XBL. All right, obvious one. How did you guys all meet?
Stand-up comedy.
Stand-up comedy, yeah. Actually, Christian gave a nice explanation on Kenny Knapsack's podcast, The Knapsack Files, as to how we all got together. I met Christian at a barbecue. I had blonde hair. I was fat. He got me into stand-up, got me a couple gigs, and it's been love at first sight ever since.
Did you have frosted tips?
Yeah,
I did. You did. My sister dyed my hair, and never let a sibling dye your hair because it's just not going to work out well. Yeah.
And the three of us met in an audition.
Hello.
We did.
Again.
It's
Thank
true.
you, Marki Costello.
Yeah, exactly.
Marki Costello School now featuring Christian Harloff as a professor.
No, but here's the thing: what you guys have built.
Do it in the mic, lady.
What you guys have built, people want to build. So
Right.
you guys were just ahead of everybody else, but people want to emulate what you have built. So he comes in and he teaches. The story, what he does, and what you guys do, and the content, and the brand, and knowing your audience, and all of that stuff. It's valuable information, and he's a plethora of it.
Thank you, Marki.
But it's like a magician thing. Like I feel like Teller and your pen giving away all our secrets on stage.
No, but again, look, it's someone even asked just now. Joe Kressel at JJ Kressel 47 asked, "How the hell do you get noticed on YouTube?" I know people who try really hard and cannot get real views, and that's one of the things I try to talk to people too about in the class. And it's one of the things I would say.
I should take this class. How much is it?
How many views do you think you get if it was the Mark Ellis channel?
Oh, dude, trust me, it's going to get a lot of views. Have you seen the sales for Get to the Castle? My CD available now on iTunes and Amazon.
Schmoes YouTube channel had nothing to do with that. All right, next question.
Okay, so the next question, I'll ask one of the ones for me because I have an easy answer for it. From Cobster Reviews, Tiffany, when is the wedding with Finstock happening? And if it happens, can I invite myself? It is never, ever, never, ever, 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 ever times infinity plus one happening.
But you are going to go on a date with him. You are, because you said you would.
I told you that I would if we had cameras there because I was like, I'm scared to be alone with him.
I want you to stop. I want you to stop playing the game for a second because here's the thing: when we went to Maria Menounos' birthday party, who was your beer pong partner?
It was Finstock.
Oh yes, it was. And how?
Yeah,
and
because there were other people around.
Who was protecting you, and who was over your shoulder, making sure guys weren't?
Finstock was very nice to me at that party.
Yeah, and who was nice to you when we went to a bar and there were other creeps running around? Who was there over your shoulder, making sure you were okay?
Not Finstock.
You're lying.
Finstock wasn't. He was in the corner with a lady.
Finstock killed someone that night. All right. What do you got next?
Get married, Tiffany. Stop being so selfish. You know how much fun we'd have
We
that
have
night?
4 minutes left.
Okay.
Then we're going to play the celebrity impression dating game with Bonnie Somerville, which is going to be a lot of fun.
Silvera asks, will Mark ever get a girlfriend?
It's not that the question was posed. It's that it's the laughter that permeates out of the studio onto the streets of Los Angeles. I'll get a girlfriend. To quote Maverick in Top Gun, I will get a girlfriend when I am goddamn good and ready to get a girlfriend.
Yeah, I understand. Look, here's what I'm going to say about the Mark Ellis girlfriend thing. Leave him alone. Because the guy...
I mean, not too alone.
No, believe he's picky, he's selective, he knows what he wants, and it's not like people go, can Mark get laid? Yes. I'll tell you what, there are a lot of women that over the years that have been like, set me up with your friend Mark, and he's selective. That's his thing. Leave him alone. All right, next.
We love you.
Yeah.
Your check is in the mail, Professor.
You're welcome. You're welcome. That's $25,000. All right.
Okay, this is from Cole Harabe. What are your guys' favorite book to movie adaptations?
What? What do you mean? What's my favorite movie?
What's a book?
Yeah, I don't read. Book to movie. That's
you
very
know how to
easy.
read.
A young man named Peter Benchley, once upon a time, wrote a novel about a shark named Bruce, and he later changed his name to Jaws.
Shark Tale?
Because that was more menacing.
I'm gonna go Goodfellas, which wasn't Goodfellas. It was what the hell was it?
It was Nice Guys.
What's that? Wise Guys. You're right. So I mean, because I remember reading the book a long time ago, and them saying this movie is going to be incredible, and it was. Scorsese again. Just going back to Scorsese.
Yeah, I could say the best book that I've ever read that got turned into a movie. I believe they made Go Dog Go into a picture.
Oh my gosh,
we got 2 minutes before we got to go to break here. Tiffany, you got about 3 questions left. Hit us big.
3 questions.
Hit
Okay.
us big.
Will Martinez asks, if you had to pick one, what movie would you say is the best movie theater experience you've ever had? I feel like that's a pretty big question.
The Dark Knight in IMAX. We saw it 2 weeks earlier than anyone else, back before we were even in press screenings.
That was like one of the
no.
bragging about being in the movie early.
We did not go to press screenings. We got invited through a friend, and I used to work at Warner Brothers, and we got to go and watching the scenes that were shot in IMAX and watching that Heath Ledger performance come out the first time. You're like, this is something special, man.
Yeah, we got a taste of the sweet life of being critics because you got to be in there early. You didn't have to pay for the movie. I think for me, it's probably Jurassic Park is way up there. Independence Day was a lot of fun in the movie theater. Episode 2, when Yoda takes out the lightsaber at the end, that was kind of a cool moment.
Yeah.
The rest of the movie,
All right, Tiff?
Okay.
Last one before.
God.
What are you going to end us with?
Why'd you have to say that this is the
What are you
last
going to end us with?
one?
We're going to post this entire thing on YouTube.
Okay,
by the way.
okay. Oh, this is a good one.
Okay,
it's not like a bad mean
What do you got?
one.
What do you got?
I Am Ninja Panda says, what is your most anticipated film of 2015?
Star Wars.
I second that.
Tiffany, you answer as well.
Of 2015.
You third that. Come on, you third
just
that.
because I want to see if I get any points in our Star Wars draft. Star Wars.
Look, there's a lot of great movies
Avengers
coming out.
coming out.
The Avengers is coming out. There's a movie based on my life that I think a lot of people are going to enjoy. So, but Star Wars is still the one that, I mean, come on. It's episode 7.
There's the most anticipation, the most build up for it for me.
I'd like to thank Lucas for joining us as well, Marki Costello. We will be back in just a few minutes here to play the Celebrity Impression Dating Game. It returns, guys. It's one of our Schmoes' favorite segments. And yes, the answer to this question someone asked, didn't Tiffany's tweets kiss Bob Finstock on the cheek? Absolutely she did.
Yes,
all right, and that
happened.
being said, Tiffany Smith, Christian Harloff, Mark Ellis, Schmoes No Movies Podcast. We'll be back in just 2 minutes. What's this? Music.
I feel like I'm in a prison cell.
Me too. I feel like
with
we're
this music.
ready to watch the Schmoes No Hunger Games.
Yeah. This sounds like a cat walking on a piano late at night.
And speaking of Ken, I don't think you were in the room when we talked about the Schmoes No Hunger Games, who we think would win. I picked you, the pit boss. I think you would kill everybody in this
You've
room.
seen me angry.
I've
so
seen
that's
you angry in ways that no one wants to see you angry. Okay, guys, it is the Schmoes No Movies Podcast. Great show tonight. Great tweet, by the way, from... Who the hell was this?
Pull up that name. Let's give the Twitter handle some credit.
I know. Someone who just wrote about our manager, Marki Costello, to keep bringing her in because she's such a character. Yes, she is a character, and she's awesome. It's Steve. It would be Steve Link. And I lost him. Anyway, so...
You see, Marki, our fans love you. Now stop paying us in wooden nickels.
Christian just made that up because he wants to suck up.
I swear to God, someone wrote that. I did. I'll retweet it. It's Stephen Link Quintero. That's who tweeted in. All right, now, Ken, you are the winner of the Hunger Games. What do you got for us tonight?
Hey, we live in a binge-watching society, as Tiffany Smith has learned this week. You want to watch a show, you want to watch it in one night and get it all out of the way and get into it. And I'm sure you've all tried Hulu.com, but I want to tell you about Hulu Plus, Mark Ellis.
Wow, this sounds like math is involved, Ken.
This is made for a shut-in like you. Hulu Plus lets you watch thousands of hit shows anytime, anywhere. Stream it on your TV or on the go with your smartphone or tablet. Why would you stand in line or ride a train and just stare at your feet, Mark Ellis? You could be watching your favorite shows on Hulu Plus, even at the Quay, the Q, the Quay, the Q, the line.
Can you
the
get
DMV.
Breaking Bad if you wanted to watch the whole thing?
You can watch Breaking Bad.
Okay.
They have that. They have a lot of great shows. It's a great way to binge watch your shows. As I said, they got SNL, Community, Modern Family, South Park, Family Guy, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Quantum Leap, MacGyver,
and
Battlestar Galactica, starring our very own Katie Sackhoff.
How many Alfonso Ribeiro shows do they have?
I'm sure there's plenty.
So what do our fans get out of this?
Well, Hulu Plus is only $7.99 a month, and that's $7.99 for all the shows and movies you can watch.
Yeah.
You can catch up on current shows, binge watch your favorites, or catch a great movie. You can do it all on Hulu Plus.
Okay.
But right now, if you try Hulu Plus for a couple weeks free, it is on us, the Schmoes. Just go to huluplus.com/Schmo. And when you go, just just click on just tell them the Schmoes sent you. You'll get 2 free weeks. Make sure you use that huluplus.com/Schmo address so you can get the extended free trial of 2 weeks so they know that we sent you. It helps us keep on the lights here, and that's a better deal for everyone involved. So one more time for the extended free trial, huluplus.com/Schmo.
Love it.
And watch it all.
Mark, you were
on
supposed
Hulu
to
Plus.
do that yourself so you could watch all of Battlestar. Did
Hulu
you do
Plus,
it?
I have not seen a lick of
You
Battlestar
are so
Galactica.
ridiculous.
Guys, and we don't have that much time right now. We have about 24 minutes to get to one of the best games in Schmoes Know History. Johnny, let's play the music here to get, not the dating game music, our bachelorette music to get her on in here.
Here she comes.
the music. I wanted to hear the music. Oh, yeah.
Bonnie Somerville, ladies and gentlemen. Come on in.
Bonnie, put the cans on and hear what music you got playing. I want her to hear the music.
I like when girls come in the studio drunk.
Hi, I'm always
when they like miss
their
You hear the music?
Hi.
There you go.
Hi.
How are you?
So
Okay, so Bonnie Somerville is here. Bonnie was so great. We talked to her about the Celebrity Impression dating game.
Yes.
She knows how popular this segment is and how much Schmoville loves it and her. So she is going to be a participant tonight. Our bachelorette.
Bonnie is her own kind of celebrity. She's a big-time TV and film star. You guys probably know her from that show that was that theme song, Friends. Mona on Friends. She was just on Golden Boy recently. Kenny Knapsack is having a crush on someone in the studio. What?
I love Bonnie, but I think it's kind of BS because we know he's going to win because he brings all his ex-girlfriends on the show, according to the internet, and I just don't think it's fair for the rest of us.
Jesus, really?
Next. Okay.
So what's Harloff like in the sack?
Just stop.
What? No, I didn't.
So what we
That's
do?
so weird.
So what we do on we both
celebrity.
Pick,
you're a little flustered.
The
Celebrity impression dating
Don't look
game.
at Christian. Don't look
Don't
at Christian.
look at anyone.
Us.
Just
look
right at us. Right
What
at us.
we do now
Eyes
is,
up. Eyes up.
What we do is we put the names in the hat. We pick out, and then we go through rounds. You will eliminate like 1 or 2 per round until there's 2 men standing or ladies standing, and you can base this off the actual. Most of these impressions will be terrible, but you can base them off the.
Start low. Start low. See how you're doing it. You're making my expectations low. Then you kill it.
Yes.
I know the move.
So what you have to do again, you can be funny. It can be based on the impression. Whatever the question you ask, and you can ask any questions that you would like for the dating game. But before we do that and get into the game, Bonnie, you have a charity that you're working with.
Yes, I want to plug. Thank you
Please,
very much. I'm right now working with this amazing charity called Face Forward LA, and they provide services, treatments, free surgery, aftercare to victims of domestic violence. And please go to faceforwardla.org and donate or buy a ticket for our event September 28th. With Macy Gray and at the Fairmont in Santa Monica. Thank you.
Oh, that Macy Gray, what a voice, and girlfriend can act, too.
And Bonnie, I would also like you to eliminate Ken Knapsack in the first round. All right, so here we go, guys. Now
we have to pick the names out of the hat. Here's what we're doing.
Yes,
We have to
GTI, where's
pick
the
out the... Yeah, where's our intern, Josh? Oh, man. It's not your hat, right?
Celebrity impression dating.
Who did I have to impersonate the last time we did this with you? It was someone really terrible.
Bonnie never did this before. This is Bonnie's first time. This is Bonnie's.
Really?
Yeah.
Is this my first time?
First time
Christian?
celebrity impression dating.
Don't say that out loud.
There's some crazy celebrities that may hit on you through the course of this evening. Anytime our intern wants to come by and bring that hat along.
Here we go. It's not like the show has 20 minutes left.
Oh, it's a pouch.
Oops. All right, ready? All right, I'm going to go first. Okay.
That's a cute little pouch you got there. Is that where you keep your pogs? All right, let's get one good
Christian
here.
always gets someone that he wants. Always.
Christian does a lot more impressions than I do. I hope I got. That is awesome. That is awesome.
No, wait. I asked the first question, right?
Yeah. But we gotta know who we're getting into character
I know. I
right
just didn't
now.
know if you guys gave me a question.
It's Stanislavski, as I'm sure you're familiar with, being a famous actress. It's method acting, Bonnie.
Is it? I'm
Inside,
scared, really?
out, out, inside.
Yeah, I don't even.
Oh yeah, okay.
You just show up on set now and you just go through the motions.
And what I want,
show up on set.
And as we're picking, keep picking, and as we're picking, guys, call in real quick 323-622-8623. I'm going to you guys assign who you want. Pick someone that you want, who you think's going to win. If that person wins, you get a free Ripped Apparel T-shirt. Do it now. 323-622-8623. Who you think's going to win?
Pick me. I'm going to try really hard. Christian, let's go to the horn. See who we got.
Let's go to the horn real quick and say your full name after we ask you. Okay. Hey, you're in Schmoeville. Who do we got?
Hey, it's Joe Silvera.
Joe Silvera. So, Joe, who do you got?
Mark.
Mark who? Ellis or Riley? Ellis or Riley?
Hello.
Oh, Riley.
Okay. All right.
It's because he won. He
Jared
won.
Sabella. All right.
Right.
Okay.
I was never the first pick kicked in jail.
You're writing it down. Okay. All right. Hey, you're in Schmoeville. Who do we got?
Hey, this is John from Westlake, Texas.
John from Texas. John, who do you got?
I got Mark Ellis.
Mark Ellis.
Second round
John
pick.
from Texas. Mark. All right.
Yeah.
John from Texas. Doesn't give his last
no,
name.
it doesn't matter. Hey, you're in Schmoeville. Who do we got?
I'm going to be the last one picked.
Hey guys, Matt Brown.
Matt Brown. Who do you got?
I'll take Tiffany.
All right, Matt Brown. Tiffany. You
Girl
lost.
power.
Okay.
I'm going to try really hard, Matt.
Hey, you're in Schmoeville. Who do we got?
I got Christian, and I'm Sean.
Sean, what's your last name?
Sandberg.
Sean Sandberg has me. Okay, Sean, we're going to win.
Congrats on your genuine Mexican plug.
Yeah, all right. Hey, you're in Schmoeville. Who do we got? You have Ken left, you have Josh McCouga, and you have JTI.
Hey, it's Tony from Santa Barbara.
Tony, who you got?
I'll take Kenny.
Okay. All right, final two. Hey, you're in Schmoeville. Who do we got?
I guess I'll take Bonnie.
No, Bonnie's the contestant.
You can't have Bonnie.
Bonnie's the bachelorette.
Yeah, you can have me, but you know it's not that easy.
Send your headshot and resume.
Yeah. Okay, who is this?
Anthony.
All right, Anthony. So you can
these
either
people
pick.
know
You
who
can
they
either
are?
pick between who's left,
McCouga
Josh
or JTI?
or JTI.
Makuga.
I'll take Makuga.
Okay, Makuga. Okay, and the last call. Hey, you are in Schmoeville. Who do we got?
Hey, what's up, guys? Raul from Boston calling in.
All right, Rolly. You got JTI. You sad sack. I'm sorry.
Who got you?
All right.
Who got you?
Whatever. Fuck it. Let's do it.
All right, you said F it,
At least you didn't get me.
All right, here we go. Someone actually picked you. All right, so
I
here we go.
know.
So we're going to go around with Bonnie.
Thanks,
You're going to have
Matt.
to turn that way, so you cannot see the contestant. We can use my mic.
Yeah, we're gonna use.
And don't cheat by watching in the
I
monitor.
don't want to cheat.
So she can.
I'm not going to cheat.
Bonnie will ask the question, and each person you have to tell her who you are, so she knows right away. So she
Oh,
doesn't
wait,
have to
we're
guess.
saying our name
You're
immediately?
going to say, "Hey, this is."
Oh.
And
Yeah,
so
you have
she
to
knows.
introduce
You have
yourself to the
introduce yourself.
Bachelorette.
All right, so
Bonnie, you got to cover your eyes too. You're cheating.
You're
I can
cheating.
tell.
I know. I can't help it.
She's not as honest as RJ Mitte was.
Oh,
Yeah.
stop
All right,
it.
So,
Okay.
Bonnie,
As honest as a $2
Bonnie,
bill,
go
how
ahead.
dare you.
Bonnie, ask your first question.
Hi, bachelors and ettes. If you were to take me...
Close your eyes, woman.
I
Close
didn't
your
look.
eyes.
Okay, if you were to take me to a science fiction film, what would be your first pick for our first date?
Hello, Moneypenny. This is Sean Connery. For our first movie, of course, we'd go to, Dr. No. If you want my true answer, there's sci-fi elements in there, I believe. And afterwards, of course, we will splurge on goobers.
Okay, thank you.
Contestant number 2.
When it comes to picking movies, it's a game of inches. One pick to the left or one pick to the right, you might pick the wrong one. But on any given Sunday, you might pick the right one.
Who are you?
Al Pacino.
Is that science fiction?
That was-
Okay, anyway. Sorry. Football.
Good evening, and what can I tell you? It's I, Captain Hairdo, Dennis Miller. Hey, you want to know where we'd go our first date? A real good science fiction movie, The Democratic Stance on Syria.
Next contestant.
Sexy.
Hey, Bonnie. It's
Stop.
George R.R. Martin here. Yeah. Do you like dragons and boobies?
Whoa.
We could make a science fiction film if you want. You could take that top off.
Oh, I think I need a shower. Okay.
Contestant.
I'm so uncomfortable.
Contestant.
I am really
All right.
nervous right now.
Contestant number 5.
Oh, yeah, this is Gary Busey. I wanted to tell you that I would probably take you to my home planet of Fred, because he's a good buddy of mine and shoots Mexican movies next to a cantaloupe. I have seen a lot of sci-fi movies. My mother is French.
Nice. Okay, Gary. Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, Bonnie. It's me, Bobby D, a.k.a. Robert De Niro.
Jesus Christ.
I run a film festival, and sometimes we put sci-fi films.
Is there a hook?
Wait,
in that film festival?
Is Bobby De Niro from Wisconsin?
And I'd take you on a date to that film festival that I pay for. I don't know where this is going.
Okay, I got it.
All right, numbers and our final contestant.
Hello, I'm the Wicked Witch of the West. I would take you to see Oz the Great and Powerful.
All right, so Bonnie, those are your contestants. Who you have two people to eliminate. Which two would you eliminate? You have
who's
you
who of
have
celebrity
you have the
action?
Wicked Witch. You have
God, I'd
George
wanna
R.
date 'em
Martin,
all.
Gary Busey, Robert De Niro, kind of Al Pacino, Sean Connery, and Dennis Miller. Who do you get rid of?
Are you
What
sure
two?
there's nobody else?
There's nobody else. Who
Really?
do
Are
you
you
get rid
sure?
of? That's it.
Oh.
You're judging on impression accuracy,
Yeah.
who you actually want to go out
Who
with,
you-
any sort of criteria.
Okay,
the
Yes, I got it.
contestant.
What do you got?
I'm so there. So Bobby D, based on that impression, you're out.
Bobby's out.
Sorry, that
Can't
wasn't
catch a
even
win.
that wasn't even the right state or the
all
right borough.
All right, Bobby's gone.
I
Who else
love you
gone?
though, and I'm sorry, the Wicked Witch.
Oh, okay. The that's it. All right.
I'm sorry.
Round two. All right, Bonnie, go ahead and ask your question.
Okay, hi, bachelors. So, let me ask you, what was your very first sexual experience? And can you tell me about it? G-rated, PG-rated.
My first G experience was I was watching The Lion King with my friend Lucille. And Lucille made sure that she went to the moon again. And I just farted loudly. I apologize for everything that I'm doing. I love beer backwards.
Thank you, Gary. Thank you so much. Oh, God.
I am hoping my first sexual experience is going to be with you, Bonnie.
Oh, wow.
I spent a lot of time writing science fiction novels. Game of
The voice has
Thrones.
changed.
A lot of my characters like to
Wait.
get in the sack, but I've never experienced it.
Sorry, who is this? Did you just hit puberty? Who is this?
George R. R. Martin.
Okay.
Our next contestant.
Hey, my first sexual experience happened in the back of a 1972 Nova while Bread's I Want to Make It With You played, and I handled it as well as Jimmy Carter in the hostage situation. Mech.
Our next impression.
Well, Miss Somerville, I'm glad you asked, but it's a hard question to answer. It's like asking which came first, the chicken or the egg.
Mm-hmm.
That's as G-rated as I'm going to get, Miss Moneypenny.
Thank you.
All right, very good. All right, our next contestant, Mr. Pacino.
Well, I gotta go back a long time here. This was during The Godfather. Me and Diane Keaton went to Coppola's winery up in the valley. We had a few drinks. We were doing some rehearsals for The Godfather. I made my move. She took it.
All right, so Bonnie, you eliminate two.
So
you
Coppola had a winery back in.
Eliminate two more.
his first
Eliminate
film.
two more. You can
Okay,
eliminate
sorry.
George R. R. Martin, Gary Busey. You can eliminate Sean Connery, Al Pacino, or Dennis Miller.
I-
Dennis Miller.
Robert De Niro has
All right,
been
so-
has his security
Sorry,
has his
do
picture.
you realize that I have actually kept my eyes closed and have not cheated? The
That's
whole
I
time?
know.
You look
All right,
great
so-
with your eyes closed, Bonnie.
Whoa.
Yeah. I'm just saying, look, all these celebrities
You know
brought
what?
their
I
A
could-
game. Bonnie,
I could say the same about you, but that wouldn't be a compliment if I said that. Everyone looks great with their eyes closed. But you
All right,
know.
all right.
No,
All right,
that- no,
that's
I'm
all right. Fine. Okay,
No.
that's not nice.
Okay. No. I didn't mean it like that.
All right, good. Next.
I have to say George.
R. Martin. And who else? You can eliminate one more. Oh God. Oh wait, you still one more? Yeah, one more. One more. So we need three.
Oh God,
So,
because
Pacino?
I actually feel like we finished already. Like it was a weird.
Pacino, Dennis Miller, or Gary Busey, or Sean Connery. One more. You have to eliminate one more.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just based on the har, Dennis. I don't think we could. I don't think
All
we could
right,
make
Dennis. So
I don't think we could make it.
Gary, this is the farthest that Josh the intern has ever gone. So you have Al Pacino, Sean Connery, and Gary Busey. 2 more rounds to go. All right, Bonnie, ask your question.
What is your favorite animal?
And our first
I like
contestant-
dragons.
No, you're out.
I
You're
was
out.
asked.
Our first.
Well, my favorite animal is very simple. A tiger.
And why?
That's it.
And he drops the mic.
Okay, a tiger.
My favorite animal was a man I saw in the East Village of Guam. While I was there, I asked him to chew on my toes. And while he did, I made sure I made ice cream cones out of palm trees.
Thank you so much, Gary. Thank you.
This is easy. I was setting of a woman. To get in character for a blind man, I had a dog for 3 weeks. To get in character, he led me around New York. I wore shades the whole time. I love that dog. I called him Manny.
Okay.
All right, final round. Who makes it to the
sweating.
finals? One person. You eliminated one
I'm
person.
actually sweating.
All right, Sean Connery. Is Gary Busey made it to the finals? Does Sean Connery or Al Pacino? Who gets eliminated, Bonnie?
I have to pick 2 or 1?
You just eliminate one, and then the finals are between 2.
I'm sorry. Al.
Oh, man.
I'd have to call Al.
Al's gone.
Al is gone.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's Sean Connery versus Gary
just based
Busey.
on the just based on the the competition. That's all.
Wow.
That's all.
Okay. So here is your final question: is she going to get randy? Is she going to get romantic? What is the?
Oh God, a question.
I just realized Bonnie's the worst casting director of all time. She kicked out De Niro and Pacino, and now we got.
I'm trying to not cheat. I'm doing it.
Here you go. All right, here we go.
Trying to fall in love.
All right.
Okay. All right.
Ask something.
You do know
uncomfortable. Ask something uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable though. Those are not uncomfortable.
What do you got? Come on.
Really?
Ask a real life dating question that you would want to know from these 2 people.
Oh shoot.
All right.
A real life dating question.
Here you go. Final. This is it. This is you're playing for Schmoes.
Okay. Here we go. If we were on a desert island.
Yeah.
And you could bring one person with you to be with the 2 of us.
I smell threesome.
Only, oh, geez. Only, who would it be? It could be anyone, dead or alive. Who would it be? You and me, desert island, nobody else. We could bring one more person.
I like
and
that
it doesn't have to be dirty like Christian, but it could be
clean like Mark.
No, Mark's, come on.
Right.
Who would it be?
That was a little bit of a sexual compliment for you, Mark.
If I was on a beach, first of all, I'd be proud of myself because I have swam there with one arm behind my back. As I have gotten there, I would bring my pet shark, Franklin. Franklin is always a person to my nature. As you and I would be there, my grandmother Francine would make us bagels.
So it would be me, you, and Grandma Francine.
Yes.
Kinky. Okay. Next.
And maybe a Franklin the shark, too.
Oh, the shark. Yes, but he's not really a person, technically. Is he? But I like it.
Gary thinks he's a person.
Okay.
Miss Somerville, what a good question. On a desert island, while we were getting comfy with some, let's call them margaritas. Not martinis this time, but margaritas because it's desert island.
Agave with us,
but I would have brought Q with me because while we are sitting under the palms enjoying the sun, Q would have figured out a way for us to get off the island. And we can stay as long as we want.
Which figure out how to get us off the island, but we'd stay a long time?
Yeah.
Okay, all
That's
right.
exactly
Are you
right.
drunk, Mr. Conner?
Of course I'm drunk.
Of course you are.
I've had 3 brandies.
You're Scottish. Okay.
I one time punched Q in the side of the neck.
Whoa, Gary! Getting a cheap shot in there. Okay, so Bonnie, we've heard from Mr. Connery, we've heard from Mr. Busey about what their exploits on the desert island are going to be. Who do you pick?
So who wins the T-shirt?
I have to say,
Who are you going out with?
I love all of you. That was all amazing. I would go out with every single one of you.
Thank you.
And I would.
Who wins? Who wins?
I can't do this drum roll forever,
Okay,
Somerville.
I gotta say, just based on straight impression and material and improv and funny, I guess I would sleep with Gary Busey.
Well done, sir.
Gary Busey. So who wins
Gary
the shirt?
Oh no! Oh no!
You knew.
Oh, I didn't. I swear.
You really didn't know it was me?
I never heard you, Gary Busey. How could I never have heard that?
All those
these
years you guys dated, you never
shut
heard
up.
the Gary Busey?
Really?
Yeah,
And that's
Gary
why
Busey.
guys think that
Wait,
girls pick the crazy
I
guys.
had no, I'm not kidding you. I really had no idea. I've never heard you, Busey, and I thought you were the worst, but you're not. You're,
Thank you.
You're really good.
Thank you. That would be Sean Sandberg wins.
Oh, thank you, Miss Somerville. I appreciate everything.
But you know
that
what?
you've done.
Well
Yeah.
done on that improvisational.
Thank you.
know,
I appreciate it.
I think Busey swimming to the island with one arm behind his back is what sealed
No,
the deal.
the other
neck
one. What
punch.
was the
The
last
neck
question?
punch.
Yeah, the neck punch. That was like that turned me on. What neck punch,
All right,
donkey
guys,
punch,
what
whatever.
an absolutely fantastic show that was.
I'd love to give a recap of the show. I mean, look,
Yeah,
we had
do
a
it.
great Breaking Bad segment with RJ
Yeah.
Mitte, Walt Jr. Then
Yeah.
we went into our Q&A where the fans learned maybe a little more than they wanted to about me and Christian.
Yeah, look, this was a really fun show. I enjoyed it a lot. It was great having our manager, Marki Costello, and our son Lucas with us, who you definitely got to come back now,
And her
Marki.
cute. Is that your son?
Yeah.
Right,
The lovely Bonnie Somerville. Thank you for joining
Sorry,
us.
I got nervous about those questions. Were
I'm
they
happy
good?
that you're here, but
I can't believe you kicked me out.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
You're too pretty to be a WikiLeaks.
You were a great sport about the whole thing. Enjoy making love to Gary Busey. I would wear protection.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's
Make
true.
sure you
God
double
knows
wrap.
No, we don't need that. We're not we don't need to go there. I really can't believe I'm actually shocked. I'm not kidding.
Good. All right, guys. So that is the Schmoes Know Movies podcast. What a great
Thanks for
show.
having me. I love you all.
I want to thank everyone again. Schmoes, you guys rock. Make sure that you follow Bonnie Somerville at Bon Somerville, at Tiffany's Tweets, at Schmoes Know. Check out youtube.com/Schmoes Know and schmoesknow.com.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel, ladies and gentlemen. For Christian Harloff, I am Mark Ellis. That is the Schmoes Know Movies podcast. Christian, say your line.
Peace out, Mother F's.